I think what you guys fail to realize is there is already a full out bounty out there that says, listen, do not enter any spaces that Goat James Kingdom is in. You do not want to enter those. It's not safe for you. There's a warning for all Zesty Jeffries. They know,
It ain't
hey,
safe.
if you pop up on a live where Goat James Kingdom is on, you might end up on a viral clip.
Another one bites the
Hold
dust.
on. Watch this.
They
Watch
don't
this.
want it.
Mookie says so he wasn't getting hard doubled in the 90s. First of all, Mookie, y'all were talking
Nobody
about
said that. Nobody said that.
y'all were talking about 1988 versus the Pistons. Y'all were not talking about the entire 90s. So what I'm gonna do, Mookie, is I'm pulling up any random game from the 1988 Pistons Bulls series. I'm queuing it up right now. So when you come up, you don't have to talk about it. We gonna play the film and you can explain to us all of these silly things that you were trying to explain
Game
to
2
Johnny.
is available.
Grip keeper,
Ajani the exposer,
piano daughter,
organ low, archive open,
foul on foul,
clip on clip, watch your mouth,
straight on it. Grip keeper,
grip keeper,
archive creeper,
archive creeping,
zesty talking,
zesty talking,
pan on leaking,
pen on leaking,
say he said it,
said he said it,
where the clip,
let it flip,
run it back,
let me see it,
TJK, let it separate, Ajani pull the record, meditate, they made the name, not a name by it.
grip keeper,
Walking through a dark line, came in calm with the black fire. Don't smile, whole clips in the stack pie. Lens took a step back, St. Luke. Talk long, still ain't laying one hoop. Blind vision saw the room get tight. No ball after the facts hit light. Our money switch lanes.
toast again,
King's Speech tried to sting, got pinned. This ain't yelling, this receipts on beat. Courtroom trap for the church keys deep. No one can shake, 808 now. Every lie you told got a time on the clock. They throw jokes,
he let it breathe,
then bring the footage back from underneath. Zesty Jeffers wanna live with no tape. Ochi in the cut like it might be too late.
run it back,
Run it back,
line for line,
line for line,
no escape,
no escape.
from your time,
They love my cool, but the rules got hoes. Move that scale every time Ron rolls. MVPs count to Russell love driving. 5G treated like they ain't alive. Scoring count to the record got passed. Then longevity became a new man. Every standard came wrapped in fog. Ajani peel it back, now the room go dark. You don't need volume.
he got sequence,
First claim that's control.
shoulder weakness,
I don't get loud.
he let him talk,
Then the whole clip rise like chalk on the wall.
they say he does smoke,
He bring the whole out.
say he switched up,
He bring the whole out.
say he got cooked
The
up,
hub don't say no.
archive your teeth when the lights get low,
File on file.
clip on clip,
Watch your mouth.
stand on it,
This where them rules where the lies get dressed. But fake wins live off deleted mess. Click little panel,
quick little play,
then pray nobody say.
save the frame,
Why don't you got eyes?
page unknown,
Screen in the
oh
door.
stream clone,
One no quote,
one fake angle,
not a whole YouTube.
TT tango,
Ajani don't change.
he's waiting plot,
Cold as a vault with the folders locked. They made crib keeper.
he made it long,
Now every zesty fear with the
archive song,
Now the ghost story, this a live autopsy. With criteria laid out sloppy.
GJK,
In the room, keep it clean.
for the grip, hip and dig up everything,
Grip keeper,
I got briefings,
zesty talking.
plan on leaking,
Say he said it.
said he said it,
Where the clip?
running back,
Let me see it.
GJK,
Let us separate.
got a Johnny good record, let it meditate,
They made the name.
now the name bite,
Grip keeper, walking through a dark line.
DJK,
Archive open,
just don't rock,
lives stay frozen. Grip keeper, walking through a dark line.
DJK,
Archive open,
kids don't rock,
lives stay frozen.
grip keeper,
Walking through a dark line.
DJK,
Archive open,
kids don't rock,
lives stay frozen.
grip keeper,
Walking through a dark line.
DJK,
Archive open,
kids don't rock,
lives stay frozen. Lives stay frozen. Lives stay frozen. Lives stay frozen. TJK. TJK. Crew keeper.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Peace and blessings. Welcome to the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. I'm your host, aka the Crypt Keeper, here to give you guys another great Friday night of basketball discussions. Because here in GOAT James Kingdom, not only do we talk basketball, we actually watch basketball. Thank you again for joining me on another beautiful Friday night. As y'all know, we come here to just discuss everything that we need to discuss about basketball, including the city's playing right now. So thank you for taking your time out while watching that game to sit here with me and have a discussion, as I will be discussing how toxic Michael Jordan fans are to the basketball world, and how in reality they are the casuals of basketball. Every day they display their true ignorance to what the game of basketball means and the history of the game of basketball, and they are always toxic about that behavior and doing such. So with that being said, we will have a great show tonight. So I want to give a shout out to a few people here that are always showing love and support to GOAT James Kingdom. Obviously, GJK members. Shout out to all the GJK members. Peace and blessings, Marcus. It's always great seeing you guys up in the building. It's always nice having you guys here. Peace and blessings, Rodnell. What's good? We got Juan Boy in the building. What's good, Juan Boy? Peace and blessings, young man. We're having good things going on here. New World is in the building. Peace and blessings. We got Inside the Arc in the building. Peace and blessings, young man. What's good? Shout out to you. Again, we got a lot of folks here, man, always supporting what we doing. Yes, indeed. Shout out to Najee in the building. What's good, Najee, man? It's always good seeing you, young man. Oh, we got my boy Politicus Rex in the building. What's good? Thank you for joining me as well. Glad to see you guys up in here. What's good, Tay? Peace and blessings. Again, if you are a GJK member, make sure you are watching tonight's program on the GJK channel. Subscribe to the channel, hype our videos, like our videos, share the content. Let everybody know GOAT James Kingdom is the best place to celebrate LeBron James as the GOAT of basketball and to talk basketball in general. Right now, we're about to see the end of the first quarter. Just for the update of anybody who's not watching the game, it's 31-24. San Antonio is up. They started out on a 15-0 run. And was balling out in the early start of this game. So there's 21.5 seconds left to go in that matchup. We're going to be watching that. But tonight we're going to be discussing a lot of things about how Michael Jordan fans are casuals. And because they're casuals, they're very toxic to the game of basketball. Because the only reason they actually like basketball is because of Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, or LeBron James. Those are the only three reasons why they have any reason to watch basketball. They don't have no other purpose to watch basketball. So they're casuals. They only watch basketball when it's convenient to them, when it's something that they can do, and when football's not around, right? When they're not out drinking or out doing criminal activity or illicit activities like they love to brag about all the time on these social media lives, right? But what we have is a bunch of dudes who be coming up with the craziest terms, right? We already know they make up crazy terms, right? We talked about words like portability and gravity and player playoff translation, advantage creation, offensive creator, event creator. All these silly terms that don't ever exist in basketball. They for one, they create them and then they can't even define them properly and use them to the sense we can all talk the game of basketball with it, right? Then on top of that, they don't even be knowing real basketball terms and real basketball knowledge, right? They don't know what a playmaker is, right? We have to argue with them on what a playmaker is. They don't know what an assist is. Then we have to argue with them about what an assist is. They don't know what a mid-range shot is. We got to argue with them about the mid-range shot, right? They don't know anything about the game of basketball. They don't know what the triangle offense is. They can't break down defensive schemes. They can't do anything like that of any sort when it comes to basketball. All they can do is read off Basketball Reference. That's all they can do. That is the key factor to all of that. Peace and blessings. What's good, Andres? Thank you for joining me. Peace and blessings, man. That is what they can do best, right? Is have those type of conversations, right? Oh, TikTok is the worst. TikTok is worse. That's why I wanted to have this show tonight, because I heard a conversation between Ochi Takes, not between Ochi Takes, on Ochi Takes' channel, where there was a Zesty channel having a conversation with a LeBron fan, and one of the Zesties brought up some silly question. They were talking about competition. Who faced tougher comp? Who had to go through tougher comp between Michael Jordan and LeBron? And the young man stated why LeBron James had tougher comp.
And the response to that is always a question, is let me ask you a question, right? That's what the Zesty said. He said, is it tougher to dribble versus hand checking or tougher to dribble without hand checking? Now, mind you, ladies and gentlemen, hand checking has always been a rule in the NBA that you cannot do. You cannot hand check. It was always a rule in the league. But somehow Zesty Jeffries think playing defense is hand checking. They literally think putting your hands out in front of you is good defense, right? So obviously the young man was startled by that question because Zesty Jeffries have been permeating the whole basketball world with their Zesty Jeffrey logic, and some people have come to the idea that this is actual basketball talk. Although this kid's a LeBron fan, he still couldn't dissect what this Zesty was saying because this LeBron fan thinks hand checking is real. He really thinks hand checking is a defensive strategy that actually works. Because Zesties have been telling people hand checking is a deadly weapon and people were using it for decades. False. These are lies. Like I said, they make up a lot of shit. And we all know why they make up shit, because Jordan's career is not enough. And if Jordan's career is not enough, then what do you have to do? You have to make shit up, right? And that's exactly what the Zesties have been doing, right? So with that conversation, right? Exactly. You reach, I teach. That's exactly Michael Jordan's words. You reach, I teach, right? So with that being said, right, we had a conversation with Dookie and them, right? Y'all know who Dookie and them is. The young man, right, came on FYF Sports Debate, and he came to have a conversation with us on the GJK FYF TikTok takeover about this defense that the Pistons were running versus Michael Jordan. Because again, he caught a conversation that I was having with the Zesty Jeffrey on a TikTok live, where I was explaining to the Zesty Jeffrey about how Jordan basically quit versus the Pistons in 1989. That's what he did. He quit. The guy asked me, show me when anybody said Michael Jordan quit on his team. I gave him a whole list of people who stated Michael Jordan quit on his team in 1989 versus the Detroit Pistons, right? For the second straight loss in a row versus that team. So when he heard that, he started getting into his feelings. So when the conversation came up later, because he was talking about event creator, again, making up fake terms. I mean, the man came up and said, he said defensive. He said, when you're talking about a multi-layered defensive ecosystem, this is something that was said in a conversation, ladies and gentlemen, about basketball. The young man said, quote unquote, when you're talking about a multi-layered defensive ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen, nobody knows what the hell that means. But this is how Zesties want to talk basketball because, again, they're toxic. They're not interested in learning. They're not interested in gathering the right information. All they want to do is sound right, be right, and argue with you about basketball, right? And that is the problem with them. They're very toxic, and they don't know basketball. They're casuals. They don't watch it. This same guy who was asking about hand checking is on a TikTok live tonight, not watching basketball, right? But actually talking about LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Here in GOAT James Kingdom, we actually watch the games. Y'all know we watch the games. There's no question about that. We watch basketball. They don't do that. So let me give y'all a little snippet of what Mr. Dookie was saying, okay? Because again, Dookie is a funny young man. This guy here is hilarious, right? So let's watch Dookie, right? First off, Dookie was talking about hard doublers, right? He was talking about hard double teams that Detroit Pistons were doing to the Chicago Bulls, right? That's what he was talking about. Again, remember, they don't know what none of this stuff means. They don't know what none of these terminologies means. They don't know what a mid-range shot is. They don't know what playmaking means. They don't know what a defensive anchor is. They don't know what none of these terms mean. They have no idea. And then they just invent other terms for make people think that they know they talking basketball, but they don't know nothing. So he mentioned something about hard doubles. So we're going to play the hard doubles that he was talking about and what he meant by hard doubles. Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to the Friday Night Exposure. I'm Ajani, the Exposer, a.k.a. the Crypt Keeper. This is how Zesty Jeffries talk basketball.
Dookie, what is a hard double so we know what to look for? What's a hard double to you?
Hey, can you properly address me by my real name, bro?
I don't know your real name.
My name is Dookie.
I don't know your real name.
No.
Dookie, man.
Wookie.
I thought that
Your name is Dookie.
Rated. Okay, so man, to feel better, rated R. Tell us what a hard double is. The way you define it in your mind, the way you define it in your brain. What is a hard double?
when a second defender fully commits, he cut off the driving lanes, he trapped baseline or sideline, he forces a basketball player to pick up, passed out immediately. So that's what a hard double was. When the second defender fully commits, that's a hard double.
And where's
a soft double? There's something that you don't know nothing about basketball, because they were literally sending a soft double when you look at Michael Jordan compared to Bill Laimbeer. A soft double usually when they stunt and they recover back to the shooter and make Jordan hesitate.
You can't do that, sir. That's illegal.
That's illegal defense.
That's
illegal defense, sir. You can't do that, sir.
That's soft.
That's illegal defense, sir.
That's
You can't do that, sir. That's illegal.
That's illegal defense.
That's what we talking about.
That's illegal defense.
I'm not
sir.
talking
You
about
can't do
illegal
that. You
defense.
can't stop.
I'm not talking about illegal defense.
You're
You
are talking about illegal defense. What you're saying is illegal defense.
It's illegal
I didn't
defense.
say anything about illegal defense. Do you know what illegal defense is?
That's what's soft.
No, it's not. Bro, you can, bro. So you're telling me that in the 90s there is
You
no
can't
such
shade
thing as
help.
stunning?
You can't shade help.
You
cannot
can't.
shade
No,
help.
you can't. You can't stunt.
In the 90s, you could stunt in the 90s. What are you talking
No,
about?
you
Y'all don't know
can't,
basketball.
sir.
Yes,
Oh,
you could.
okay.
God.
So
You could literally stunt. in the
Okay, so
90s.
we don't need to know what a soft double is because you said they were hard doubling Jordan in the fourth.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard what the young man said. He started off good when he said a hard double. Okay, a hard double is obviously committing to the guy, making him get the ball out of his hands, double teaming him, trapping him, or whatever. But it's a immediate double. But what he fails to realize is that is what a double is in the 1900s. You cannot stunt on a double. You actually have to double if you're going to double. And they don't know this. Again, they don't know illegal defense. They have no idea what illegal defense is. They don't understand basketball. They're casuals. They don't know what illegal defense is. They have no idea what illegal defense is. But they will be the main ones who will tell you everything about basketball and tell you you don't know basketball because you're proving them wrong. So you heard the conversation. You heard him talk about hard doubles, and he was saying how you can soft double. There's no such thing as a soft double. It's either you double or you don't double. That is how it works in the 1900s. That is the actual rule within illegal defense. But again, Zesties don't know basketball. And this is where we're going to explain to you again what illegal defense is. And Zesties have to understand this. And this is how they talk the game. Look at this post by Zesty. It says, in MJ's era, you couldn't double team. It was illegal defense. This is what they say. We say. Translations. I'm a casuals who never watched MJ's era, don't understand rules, and just started watching in 2006. Even still, I just box score watch and spew.
You were not allowed to bring help defenders over in any kind of pre-rotation or anything like that if the offensive players were set over on one side of the court, and then there was another provision for being above the three-point arc. So that's how you would get these. You could do it in isolation. Charles Barkley, Mark Jackson, of course, had the back down that was finally outlawed at offensive 5 seconds. But in this two-man game, it was essentially illegal or impossible to bring people over, pre-double team off the ball. I think the only way you could do it is if you double teamed the ball. That was legal to bring an extra defender over. But otherwise, if it's the two-man game and you're sitting on the weak side, you literally had to wait until the ball came to you, until the action unfolded to help.
Right. Yeah, I mean, think about like kind of the overloading defense that Tom Thibodeau implemented on LeBron and how that just informs the whole concept of loading up to the ball. It was institutionally almost impossible to do that.
So you see what illegal defense is. You cannot stunt in the 1900s. So this idea Dookie was talking about a hard double and soft double is completely wrong. So he came up here and tried to explain to us all this nonsense about a hard double with Michael Jordan, all this other silly stuff. Again, they make things up. They don't know the game of basketball, and then they come arguing and start yelling and screaming at people, calling people all kind of names, and they get upset when you start pointing out how silly they sound, and then start proving how silly they do sound, right? So he didn't know what illegal defense is. Again, these are conversations we have with Zesties all the time. Dookie's just an example of how they are. Right? This is all of them. They all sound the same. They all say the same stuff. They all lie. They all make things up. Right? They make it seem like flopping only existed in today's NBA. When the guy who invented flopping in reality was Vlade Divac, who played back in the 80s and the 90s. Right? So all this stuff that they be trying to tell us just be a bunch of lies, and then they are the ones who spew all of this stuff out for everybody to think that it's basketball conversations. These are not real basketball talks. No LeBron fan ever came out and said Jordan never got double teamed. That's not what we said. We said that Jordan never faced zone defenses. They try to pretend that Jordan was facing zones and intricate defenses. No, as you can clearly see from that illegal defense video, that it was very much space eligible for any player because of illegal defense. That's it. All you had to do was put players on the weak side of the floor and away from the ball. Then you had nothing but space. The defender only had one or two options: to stay on his man or to stay in an area where he was legally allowed to defend, or go commit to a double team, which is what Dookie was trying to call a hard double, which is committing to the double team, forcing the ball out of a guy's hands, or making him, forcing him into a turnover or a bad shot. Then he had the nerve to tell us what he saw was in the film. Now, this is the key thing of tonight's program, is that they like to tell us is what they saw. It's in their eye test. It's all about what they seen. They saw it. They were there. They witnessed it. They know what they're talking about. They watched the film. They went on YouTube. Now, mind you, Dookie is like 22 years old. I didn't even realize that. Again, I be arguing with dudes that were born after the towers dropped. I don't even know why I do it. I shouldn't have no conversations with anybody who wants to talk basketball with me that was born after the towers dropped. You do not know basketball enough to have that conversation with me, right? But let's continue this conversation with Dookie, because again, Dookie told us that hard fouls going on in the game of basketball. So we're going to start showing Dookie the games so Dookie could identify these actual, not hard fouls, hard doubles, these hard double teams, right? So we're going to start showing Dookie the film so Dookie can start showing us what he says in the film. Because mind it, all right, let's just say these guys can't explain it because they don't know the terms for real. But at least whatever they're saying, we should be able to see in the film. Let's watch how Dookie explains what he considers is a hard double team in the 1900s.
So I want to see this elite defensive strategy. That's what I want to see, this hard doubles coming at Jordan every time he touched it. That's what I'm waiting to see. Have we seen one hard double?
Rebound Grant. Pippen is decked.
A hard double will be on the way right now.
Jordan behind a Grant pick.
Look, jump pass, double.
That's what happened.
Exactly.
Double.
That's not that's not a hard double.
Why he didn't shoot it?
That's a double.
That's not a double team. That is not a double team.
That's not a double team. That's Jordan
Hold on, watch this.
That's
Hold on,
Jordan
watch.
scared to shoot. That's what that is. Jordan was scared to shoot.
No. Do you know that the double team was literally getting set and Jordan passed out the double team?
Bro, are
the
you
double team was literally
dumb?
about to
That's not a double. We just watched it.
Yes, because bro, the double
That's
team
a double right there. That's a double right there. That was
What are you talking about?
Jordan driving into the defender is not being double teamed, sir. He's driving into the.
Look at this. That's not a double team.
That's not a double team.
Stupid ass. Stupid ass. Stupid ass.
Double team, dumbass.
Stupid ass.
Bill Lambier was about to come up and get the ball out of Jordan.
That's not a double, man. That is not a double.
That is a double. When someone comes over there and get the ball out your hand, that's a double.
Stupid ass, man. Shut up, man. Come on, man.
I don't know basketball.
This man said that's a double team.
That is
Now
a
we
double
playing
team.
the game. And
Ajani.
Ajani.
How are you a coach?
And Ajani.
How are you a coach when you don't even know what a goddamn double team is?
I know. Okay, so everybody in the chat. Hold on, let's pause the game. Everybody in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if that was a double. Put a 2 in the chat if that was not a double. We know what a double team looks like.
His name is Dookie.
We're talking to a FYF Sports.
Okay, hold on. No, Mookie. You don't do Mookie.
We were just telling you. You would tell us what you saw. That's what we saw.
Hold on. How many number 2s? Hold on. Look in the chat, Mookie. Two.
I don't hear what they say.
So you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So now we're supposed to be able to see all of this in the film. It's not in the film. Ain't no double teams. Ain't no none of that, right? But that's what he considered to be double teams. Michael Jordan running around a pick and running into another man and saying, oh, well, that's a double team, right? Instantly couldn't tell you what a double team is. Had no idea what a hard double team is on top of that, right? But these are the type of conversations we have with these Zesties. And again, y'all tell me that I'm outrageous, or I'm outlandish, and I'm this, I'm that. I'm just a basketball fan. LeBron is not my favorite player. It's very easy to like LeBron as a basketball fan because the dude is great at playing basketball. It's not hard to see how good LeBron James is at basketball. It's not hard. But y'all don't want people to accept that. So y'all have to make shit up all the time. Y'all have to make it seem like Michael Jordan was facing difficulties. Michael Jordan was special. There was something different about Mike. When there was nothing different about Mike, nothing in the film says it, like Juan Boy says. Nothing in the stats say it, like GOAT James Kingdom would say. Nothing in the accolades say it. Nothing in the achievements say it. All we have is a bunch of dudes who want to use Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Because for one, most of them are really Kobe Bryant fans. They're not even Jordan fans. And they like Michael Jordan because, again, there's a bunch of old heads who can't let Michael Jordan go as well because they, as we all know, they all have miserable lives. They need something to feel good about themselves. Michael Jordan is that. And having conversations about why Michael Jordan's great to LeBron fans as if LeBron fans care about how great they think Michael Jordan is. But they come up with all these ridiculous terms that don't mean anything, that don't have any validity. So here we have Dookie trying to explain what a hard double team is, but he never could show what a hard double team is. And then this is what makes it so bad. When you're in these conversations with them and you begin to discuss things with them and provide them the information that they're lacking and they're asking you for, instead of digesting that information, understanding it, and then regurgitating it in a proper manner so that they can speak basketball smart, no, they just get into a full out rage and start playing Zesty. Right? So again, we're going to play that for you and show you how they act. And again, this is just going to be me explaining to Dookie. Listen, Dookie, this is what a hard foul is. And he's never going to understand it or take it because they don't know basketball. They're not interested in knowing basketball. They just want to talk basketball to the point to where they can be the right one in the conversation and the bullies and feel good about themselves. I know what I'm talking about. They want to be Stephen A. Smith. You see how Stephen A. Smith behaves? When he's on First Take and he always propping himself up to be some kind of special dude and somehow everybody's paying attention to when he got this and he's successful and he's that. That's how they talk. They don't talk about the game. They talk about themselves. And they try to utilize the game to prop up themselves. So let's listen to Dookie now get upset at me, explaining to him exactly what a hard double team is in the game.
Hold on, we're looking for hard doubles. Where's the hard double?
That's the double.
That's not a hard double.
Run it back, Lamont.
Bro,
Run it back, Lamont.
Y'all don't know basketball.
You gotta be the dumbest man.
You don't know basketball. You a dumbass.
He's driving towards the defense.
Dumbass. Y'all don't know basketball, bro.
This is bad.
Bro, replay the
real bad.
That is clearly a fucking double.
Lamont,
no. Replay the.
They think stepping up in the gap is the double.
Hey, Lamont.
Nigga, that is a double.
You can't make this up.
If a player is coming over, on the weak side,
we're about to see it again.
Lamont, so I can talk, Lamont. Hold on, wait, Lamont. Before you do it, don't pause it, Lamont. I want to say this. They think, again, guys, listen. They think dribbling into the defense is being doubled. Again, being doubled.
That is clearly. That is clear.
Especially if Mookie, we gave you a chance to speak, bro. Mookie, we gave you a chance to speak. I'm talking. How we don't know basketball when we're talking? Okay, if they're hard doubling Mike, that means as soon as Mike catch the ball, there is a man assigned to go double him. We don't see that. That's not what happens. Jordan goes all the way to the basket before he sees that second defender. He's already in the paint. That's why he sees another defender. It's not because they're doubling him. It's because Jordan is dribbling into the defense.
A true hard double is usually when you catch the ball.
A true hard double?
And immediately a second defender commits. So if someone,
of course, that's what I said. I said a second defender commits.
That's a hard double.
He said when the defense fully commits. I want to see two defenders. They got to double team instantly. You double team instantly.
No. That's not.
That's instantly.
Y'all don't know what a hard double is.
Okay, you said a hard double was two defenders fully commit. Lamont, when Jordan catches the ball, pause it. When Jordan catches the ball, pause it, Lamont. Nobody's coming at Jordan. Look,
where's the hard double?
Nobody's coming at Jordan. There's no hard double. That's a hard hedge. There's no doubles.
Where's the double? Where's the double? Where's the double? Where's the double?
They switch. Where's the hard double?
Where's the hard?
Look, they're forcing him left. They're forcing him left. Look, they're forcing him left. He can't go right.
Look at the low man. Look at the low man. Let the play.
You said a hard double.
That's not a hard double.
Let the play?
He's dribbling to the basket. That's what that. That's what they double team when he dribble.
They're doubling. That's a double. That is a double.
That's not a hard double.
That is a hard double.
Yeah, that's not a hard double. He dribbles eyes before a man showed up.
That is a hard double.
He dribbles eyes before anybody showed up.
You don't know basketball.
Oh my God.
You don't know basketball. We keep telling y'all that. We don't know basketball.
That's a hard double.
Clearly, you see this young man has trouble. And as Trenton said here, our double team happens instant before you dribble. Exactly. We kept explaining that to him. A hard double is as soon as that man catch the ball, there's two men on him. We talked to Sharon Wright, aka Six Pick on TikTok, and Sharon Wright played in the 1900s in the NBA. He played in the 90s, played versus Michael Jordan. He told us, man, you supposed to get there even before the ball gets there. So that means as soon as that ball's in the air to the man that you're supposed to hard double, you double. It's an instant double team. There's no wait until he dribbles, do none of that. What Duke is trying to call a hard double is any regular double team, meaning as soon as they decide to double team somebody, that's a hard double. He's just like he said, somebody here put it in the comments. Let me make sure I get this right. A true hard double. Let me see here. Oh, there it is. My boy Politicus Rex says casuals don't understand. It ain't playground. Doubling an NBA player means leaving an NBA player open. Exactly. So he says once you commit to a double team, meaning leaving your man open, that's considered a hard double team. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's just a regular double team. Anytime you leave your man to go double, you're doubling. That's that. So every double team, every time a player got double, that was considered a hard double. So that means everybody was doubled, hard doubled, like Michael was. Michael Jordan wasn't going through nothing special, right? That was the whole conversation we were trying to explain to him. If you're saying that anytime somebody doubled Michael Jordan, that was considered a quote unquote hard double, that means every player that played in that game and any player who played in the league basically got hard doubled every time they went to the basket. He tried to make it seem like, no, that's not what was going on, that only Jordan was getting these special double teams because, again, they can't talk basketball. They don't understand basketball. They're not real basketball fans. They're just dudes who are trying to create content, and they see that they got an obsession fan base that hate LeBron as much as they hate LeBron. That's why they feel so comfortable. It's all about them. It's not about basketball. It's not about talking basketball. That's why they're toxic. They're the casuals that are infiltrating real basketball spaces and creating havoc, disruption, chaos for no reason other than just being zesty. They don't know basketball. They create fake terms. They have fake stats and analytics that don't mean nothing. They don't know how to use none of these things. So like I said, they don't know what a mid-range shot is. They don't know what an assist is. They don't know what a playmaker is. They don't know what an illegal defense means. They don't know none of these terms. They don't know what any of these things mean. They don't know what a hard double team is. Like, they don't know about none of these things when it comes to basketball. All they know is scoring. They don't respect rebounding. They don't respect, good positioning, team chemistry. They don't even respect GMing to a certain degree. They think players run around here get other players on the team. They really think players build teams, not GMs. They don't have respect for coaches, strategies. They can't explain strategies to you. They can't give us no definition of anything. But they're going to sit here and tell you you don't know basketball because you're supposedly propping up LeBron James. Shout out to Twain Gant. Peace and blessings, brother. Thank you for joining me. Well, the difference is that there was no such thing as a soft double in the 1900s, right? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you don't send somebody to double team to play gingerly. Your job when you double team is to be the second defender, help, lock feet in unison, literally make it a wider space that the defender can't dribble through, pass through, or shoot over. Right? So that's the point of a double team. There's no such thing as soft double team. Now there's delayed double teams, right? You wait till somebody put the ball on the floor, then you send a double. You wait till he goes right, or you wait till he goes left, right? You send a double, right? Because a perfect example of that is that the Detroit Pistons had the rule with Jordan was when he was at the top of the key, they never hard doubled him. They wait till he put the ball to the ground. They would force him left, and when he put the ball to the ground, then they would send a double team, right? And there was other instances where if he got the ball in the post, they double teamed him instantly, hard double straight from the top. So like you said, that defender would leave his man instantly. As soon as Michael Jordan gets the ball's going to Michael Jordan, they would double team Michael Jordan, leave a man open. And like the Pistons said, Jordan was reluctant to pass, so you were very, it was very easy to just do what you had to do because Jordan wasn't going to pass to your open man. Jordan was not trying to move the ball. Jordan didn't understand team chemistry. He didn't understand all of that. Jordan didn't like assists. Like Zesties don't like assists. You know what I'm saying? But these are the conversations that we be having with Zesties. And like I said, they are all toxic. They're always toxic. And you'll find them on TikTok because TikTok is where they can be the most disruptive. They can misbehave the most. And there's no consequences. But GOAT James Kingdom has changed all of that because now that Ochi Clips has been recording their lives and other GOAT James Kingdom members have been recording their lives and other people just record them in general so people could actually see it. Because they're liars. They'll tell you something that never happened. They'll say, oh, this happened and it never happened. They don't have the film. Just like he told you they were hard doubling Michael Jordan throughout this series versus the Pistons. It didn't happen. You won't find it. The same way they'll talk about advantage creation. It doesn't happen. These things don't exist. Event creator. These are fake terms. Portability. You know what? For the NBA to track a player's gravity, they had to put technical sensors on the floor. They had to get technology to help them do it. They didn't go to the stats to tell you who has gravity. They went to the sensors. And then y'all going to say, well, that's what gravity is. It's my eye test. Again, we already see how flawed your eyes are. You can't see stats. You can't see accolades. And you definitely can't see what's going on in a basketball game. So we can't trust anything y'all ever say, but we have to allow y'all to have the opportunity to speak. If not, then we're bullies or we're rude or we're disrespectful because we're tired of hearing the same lies and the same regurgitated nonsense that have been debunked in GOAT James Kingdom for the last 4 years. But here at GOAT James Kingdom, like I told y'all, we don't make shit up. We look it up. And when you go look up the NBA history, you see who's the greatest players of all time. And you see what basketball is about. All this stuff is available for these guys to learn. They don't know it. They don't understand it. And like I said, they're going to be the first ones to run around here and tell you things about what matters to them while being the first ones to discredit the same thing that they just told you mattered to them. They're toxic. They're only in this space for argument and for everybody to fall in line with them. They want to be bullies. But they've met their match here in GOAT James Kingdom. Because like I told y'all, I'm Ajani the Exposer. Now I'm officially the Crypt Keeper. Doing dark things to these Zesties. Right? And all they do is sit here and lie and try to explain to us about basketball, and they can't talk basketball. They can't do it. And I'm the boogeyman because now they're afraid. They don't want to come up to GOAT James Kingdom. They don't want to have conversations with GOAT James Kingdom. They fear GOAT James Kingdom. They put bounties out saying, yo, stay away from GOAT James Kingdom spaces because when you go over there, dumb dudes over there are going to give you work. That's what we do around here. You're going to get this work. Because we're not sitting around here just trying to lie for no reason. Like y'all trying to do. We actually trying to talk basketball. See what I'm saying? And all you do is get toxic. Again, they're toxic. They'll create fake accounts and all kind of stuff to talk to you, and especially online. That's why I be telling y'all don't block them. They're safe in the comments, right? Because that's where they want to be. Let them make comments. Because once you block them on one account, all they go do is create another account, and now you're dealing with them in that fashion, right? So again, these are the things we have to deal with as basketball fans. But I'm here for y'all, and I like I told y'all, I'm not going nowhere. LeBron fans ain't going nowhere. This is where all Zesty Jeffries finally reside, in the Zesty Jeffrey Cemetery. Y'all clearly see it here. Y'all see it right here. It says Zesty Jeffrey Cemetery and the GJK Haunted House. And they are going to run and hide, but they can't run and hide for too long. Eventually we get them. Just like Jason comes and gets them. But I'll put the link up if anybody wants to join me as we watching this game. It looks like OKC is taking control of this game. They're up 52-47. 2:08 to go in the second quarter. San Antonio Looking like they got to muster up some things here. OKC has been showing some championship guts here these last couple of games. Yeah, listen, man. All those dudes that talk Michael Jordan, where you see them at? They're nowhere. They don't have no spaces to really talk the game. They don't talk the game good enough, right? Like that's just the truth. They just don't. And the problem is again, they don't know basketball. They make shit up all the time.
What's happening, man?
No, what's good? What's good? What's good? Hollywood Hearn. What's good? What's good?
What's
Um,
good, man?
I'm not fishing for nothing. I don't have to fish for anything. All I got to do is tell y'all LeBron's the goat. That's it. Y'all start running. Why y'all here? Because we keep reminding y'all LeBron's the GOAT. That's all y'all care about. Like I said, before the start of the show, I told y'all only care about LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and Kobe Bryant. Y'all don't care about nothing else.
Man, I don't care about none of them bombs.
So,
Forget Mike, forget Kobe, forget Bron, man. We got a great game on right now. Forget them
mm-hmm.
bombs, man. LeBron not in the playoffs. Jordan, Kobe not with us no more. And Jordan ain't played in damn near 30 years. Who cares about them bombs, man? It's a new
Well,
day.
you heard that game one was the most watched game one of the Western Conference Finals in NBA history.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
SGA's nasty, boy. They nasty, man. They nasty, man. Oh man, but wait again. But wait till y'all see the comic strip that I'm coming out with. I got a motion comic strip of that Dookie's incident to show y'all again how these dudes can't talk basketball. All they do is again make shit up all the time. And like I said, Herm, it's one thing to say, yeah, we should just watch basketball, but the problem is that again, until we rectify the GOAT debate, there's no real basketball watching or understanding of the game of
Shit,
basketball
hey,
because
Johnny,
everything.
the GOAT debate will never be rectified, though. That's the
Well,
reality.
eventually it will be. It'll take some time. It took time for it to get to where it's at, so it's gonna take some time to reverse it. That's all. It ain't gonna happen overnight. Rome didn't fall in a day. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it works. But OKC is up 54-51. It's 1:15 to go in the second quarter. Uh, Here we go. They're not doubling SGA no more like they were doing early on. Oh, foul. Bad jump by bad contest by Wimbenyama. You too tall to be letting somebody do a up and under on you now. Come on, Wimby. Ah, Wimby messed up right there. He knew it.
Man, I know my boy Mac Def ain't become a comment merchant now, man. My nigga regulated to the comments, man.
And listen, man. Let me let you up here, Herb. Like I said, man, you got to come talk basketball, man. There's two options here, man. It's talk basketball, man. And they can't help it, man. Being in love with Michael Jordan was something that made their life cool. It made things good about themselves. It was that one space they could come in and everybody be like, "Oh, look, that's the Jordan fan." Now, that's the Zesty. Not that.
Nah, but I think the only way you'll find balance though, the only way
Uh huh.
balance would be brought though, it gotta be a mutual respect for the history of the game. Everybody gotta respect everybody. Until that happens, I don't think the GOAT debate will ever be rectified due to the fact that people be using nasty things to put down other players. I don't know how Mr. Rex feel, man. Rex is a historian, but I think a lot of people disrespect the game too much for it to come to a common ground, though, honestly. I don't think the GOAT debate will ever be rectified.
No, I already told y'all the way to rectify the GOAT debate is get rid of all SC Jeffries. What's good, Politicus Rex, man? Thank you for joining me on a Friday night, man. Hopefully you having a good night watching basketball like we are. And obviously, thank you for joining me. What you have on tonight's topic, sir?
Well, I mean, this is the very reason that I got on YouTube in the first place was this specific argument, because it's something I noticed back in the 80s when Jordan came on the scene. Is I noticed, and I was in high school at the time, and I noticed that there were kids that I never saw on the courts. Never. All of a sudden coming in with Air Jordans, talking about, did you see the game last night? And I noticed that most of them, all they're talking about is the plays that were on the ESPN top 10.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was like, and I would bring up like, okay, hey, did you see such and such a play in the second quarter or something like that? They had no idea what I was talking about. And it was obvious from the very beginning. They were fans of a person. They were not basketball players admiring a great player. They were fans of an image that was being presented to them, and that's what brought them into the sport. Not a love for the game, the love of a man.
I agree.
Not even a
Rex.
man,
I
an
agree.
entity. It's because he's not even a man. He's a
Yeah,
myth.
the image. It's the image. Yeah, the image.
He's a
I
myth.
I still say the big, and it's not a problem with LeBron. That's not the way to put it. But the big problem with LeBron's timing is he came into the league immediately after Jordan's final retirement. And the chosen one, the king, the nicknames and all that, they all took it a certain way as you're trying to step on our guy, you're trying to diminish our guy, and they start fighting back by diminishing everybody, which is what they all do. If he would have retired at 98, not came back as a lesser player in the Wizard years, and you just had time for the league to move on and admire, Kobe and Shaq and everything that was transforming in the early 2000s, then LeBron would have came on the scene, and I think most Zesties would have embraced LeBron as the big new thing, literally, as the big new thing and the new guy to rally behind. But when him coming in with all the hype immediately upon Jordan's departure really put a sour taste in their mouth, and they've just made it their life's work to just put down this man no matter what he does.
Hey Rex, I got a question though. Do you think Kobe suffers the most from that though?
It's going to sound kind of cruel, but I think what really saved Kobe from being placed in a certain spot was his dying young. It sort of pulled all of that off of him, and we just are remembering Kobe for Kobe now, rather than being the carbon copy of Jordan.
But I think the visceral really wasn't even, he came too early from Mike. I think he came too early because of Kobe. I think what really hurt them, because a lot of them never really saw Mike, right? When you see guys like this guy, I'm gonna call him Zesty Fitness and Rants. That's his name, right? He's younger than me. So he didn't see Jordan. Like these guys didn't see Mike, man. You can't tell me at 12, 13 years old, I'm supposed to get some basketball knowledge about what you saw. When Jordan won his fourth championship in 96, I was 15 years old, Rex. What can I explain? Any one of us is going to sit here and let a 15-year-old tell us anything about basketball?
Yeah.
Right?
I was actually at the game where Jordan did the rock the baby to sleep dunk at Maryland, and I missed it because we were getting up from our seats to get to the car faster. And I missed that play. My head was turned.
Oh wow! See what I'm saying?
No,
but those guys didn't see Michael Jordan. So Kobe was that. That's why they love Kobe, because for them, Kobe gives them the interaction to Michael Jordan that they never had. But then here comes LeBron out of nowhere in the middle of Kobe's prime, playing better than Kobe and being better than Kobe and getting the praise that should have just gone to Kobe. And that's what I think got them upset, because they're like, yo, Like, because they're more, a lot of those guys are really Kobe guys more than anything. They're not really Michael Jordan fans. Like I said, Michael Jordan was just a part of being cool, like wearing the sneakers, going
Yeah,
in the lunchroom, and talking
the
about
image.
ESPN highlights. Exactly. Exactly. So,
Now, but
you
hey,
Yeah.
know,
Johnny, but that's why I always say though. I think a lot of people misunderstand what I say, but that's why I always say I think Kobe actually suffered the most because he wasn't embraced by Jordan fans right away though. You gotta remember
Oh
the Jordan
no.
supporters didn't embrace Kobe, so Kobe receiving unfair treatment all the way through. Not only that Jordan fans not embracing you because they feel like you're trying to copy and mimic Mike. You got the Shaquille O'Neal fan base pissed off at you. You got the Colorado thing hanging over your head, and then you got the LeBron James stuff, and then the Jordan fans finessed it, like the bad Jordan fans finessed it to the point where that they use Kobe as a cradle. So now you got the LeBron fans dissing Kobe just because they're seeing the Jordan fans using Kobe in a way to diminish LeBron. So Kobe getting hate from all angles, and I think that's what kind of put Kobe in the tough spot to me, for us how we look at his legacy and how we look at what he contributed to the game due to those different factors, in my opinion. Though.
Yeah, but you also have the side of it that Kobe
yeah,
wasn't
but
trying to make no friends.
Yeah, that too, though. That most definitely was the case, though.
He wasn't out here saying, "Hey, you know,
yeah,
trying to be." He was a surly type
yeah,
of guy. If you were his competition, he didn't give a, you know.
yeah, he didn't care. He didn't care about what people thought and nothing like that. He just tried to play the game, and but he did want to be better than Michael Jordan. That's for sure. He wanted
Oh yeah.
that same prestige legacy, right? That's what he wanted. He wanted to be that. But again, this idea though that you can't like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James is the problem, because I've heard people say that now. Like, why can't we just appreciate all three? Well, the point is we
I
really
do.
can't when there's a bunch of. I know you. Well, we know there's some guys who can, but in the overall spectrum, there's no way to do that because they're not able to be in these spaces, right? There's a guy on TikTok called Tony Styles, and shout out to Tony, man. And he's a Bill Russell guy, right? Rex, and his thing is Bill Russell's the GOAT. But when he comes to LeBron fan spaces, there's no problems. He has fun with us. He has conversations with us. He talks basketball with us, and he can't do it over there with the other guys. When he goes with the Zesties, it's a problem. The things that he says, they don't like the way he talks basketball, because he actually talks the game where it's not just praising what Michael did best or what Kobe did best, is what the game is about. They don't like that. Cause that now that shrinks Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant's aura, because supposedly they're special. Supposedly they were able to transcend the game, and nobody really transcends the game. The game will always be the game. Like, it will always be the game. You have to respect that part, but they don't respect it. Like you said, they just don't respect it. So they can't
Yeah,
respect anybody who doesn't appreciate Jordan and Kobe as one and two.
yeah, and that's the thing that I noticed about most is they consider the NBA to be the end all be all, rather than understand that the NBA is a homogenized product that's made to make money. The rules are changed if it will produce more viewership and more money, not if it's better for the game. There was a time before Stern took over when every rule made throughout the entire history of the sport was made to level the playing field, to make the playing field as even as possible for all participants, so the best basketball team would win. Then they started changing rules to create a certain type of play that's more appealing to the watchers, not to benefit the players. And that's why I'm not a big NBA fan. I would rather go out and watch kids play on the playground, or guys at the over 40 league at the Y play some down home, gritty, get after it basketball than watch the NBA, because they've tweaked all the rules solely to get the clicks with the deep threes, slam dunks, Confrontations at the rim or the deep threes is basically what they put their money behind. When I still remember 1986, the ESPN Play of the Year was a play by the Boston Celtics where all 5 guys touched the ball. Not one dribble was taken, and they score a layup at the other end in 6 seconds. That would never be the Play of the Year now.
Well, that's what Jordan changed. And it became a me thing, which is why they love Jordan. And that's why they behave the way they behave. It's all about me. When you're in a conversation with them, it's about me. And then when you try to tell them, I don't care about how you feel, because I'm not here to have, especially me, you know how I am. I'm not here to tell you how I feel. I don't have time to have a 3-4 hour show or any type of dialogue on the internet where I'm telling y'all how I feel. Like, that's not a conversation you're supposed to have on social media with strangers. Like, you come here and have a civil conversation, logical conversation about information that you can provide. I'm here to provide information. I'm not here for nothing else. If you don't like the information I have, it shows me your level of intelligence. Because only special ed students get mad at information.
Well, it's like when it seems like now we're talking about like the hard double and the soft double. It's like they think now that it's 2 different types of a double team. Like you separate a double team and it can be this or that. As someone that played back and learned the game in the 70s and early 80s and played through the rest of the 80s, what those terms originally meant was when you're coaching defense and you want a hard double, it means you want your second defender to charge that ball and force the offensive player to make a quick decision, whether it be pick up his dribble, making a pass jump in the air, make a bad pass, or put up a quick bad shot. That's a hard double. A soft double was a fake double, where what we're going to do, last time down court, you hard doubled him. We created a turnover. This time, the same guy comes down. You're going to do a soft double. You're going to fade to the double team to make him think you're coming again. And then you're going to stay back with your man. And to create confusion, one time you double hard, you go after it. The next one you do a soft double, which is you're faking it. You're trying to make it look like you're about to go double, but then you go back to your man just to try and get them off balance. That's the original meaning of a hard and soft double. I don't know what this guy was talking about, like it's a whole like second play or something.
Well, he was trying to say something about stunning, which is what they do in today's NBA, where you can actually stunt, which is literally leave your man, right? And act like you're double teaming, but you actually don't, like you said, you don't fully commit to the double team and force the guy to get the ball out of his hand. You stunt, you play off of your man. But the problem was you really couldn't do that in the illegal defensive era because you had to stay in a certain area. So in the video it described it perfectly. If your man was on the weak side, you could have never crossed over to the strong side of the floor. That would be unless you were actually going straight for the double team, which means I can see you coming at me, right? You couldn't come and cross into the strong side and then go back, right? That was illegal, right? But you would, like you said, in a certain extent, a soft double or just a help defense, right? Which was basically getting as closer to you as I can without them calling illegal defense. So if I'm guarding a man above the 3-point line on the weak side, I can stay at the free throw line and at the center of the free throw line. I can't go any further into the strong side and I can't go any further into the paint. That's my area. I have to be above the free throw line and I have to be on the weak side of the floor. But I can, like you said, I can stunt. I can be closer so that when I do need a double team, I can make it quicker. I'm not going to be coming all the way from the weak side. So those were the differences. But again, even if we're gonna say he understood what he was saying, when we showed him the film, he couldn't show us what a hard double was.
He couldn't pick it out.
Double.
Yeah,
exactly. He couldn't figure it out. So we knew he didn't know it. He doesn't know it. Yeah.
Well, the problem is, guys will call for a double. Coaches will scream for a double. right? At a certain point on the court, they'll have their players, and people forget this isn't the Y. This is not the playground. There are assistant coaches who entire career, they're getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to just come up with defenses against other players and for different teams in different situations. And you get film study and you get memos with things about this is the player you're going to be covering. You want to keep him to his right. You want to that when he's going to go to the hole, he's going to, what his tell is. And he does this. And if he goes right, you want to force him to the middle. If he goes left and he gets the ball in the air, go ahead and foul him because he, his free throw percentage, this, that. They have all of this stuff on every player, and these casuals don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And so many times you'll hear a coach scream for a double. The players on the court will call the double. The offensive players will see it coming and call it. So everyone knows it's coming. If you're actually courtside, you can hear it. Double, 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 help, help, help. You hear it all the time. And the offensive player will make a play determined by them calling the help, but you on the video don't actually see it because he makes the decision before the guy's able to get to him. So on video, well, he never came over and doubled. Well, he was coming over the double, but everyone screamed at the guy with the ball that they're doubling him. So he kicked it, to top of the key or passed it to the corner for a three or whatever. That was a double play. They called for the double, but he made a quick decision before the double actually got to him. So if you're only watching the video and you can't hear what's actually being said by the players and the coaches, you don't know that was actually a double situation, and a double or help situation was called because he made such a quick decision to avoid it.
Yeah, but the conversation was hard double, which we all know hard double is instant. It's not, you're not gonna wait for it to happen. As soon as Michael Jordan gets the ball, you're gonna see a guy come at him. You're gonna see two guys go at Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And in the film you don't see, and in the film you don't see that. The idea of Jordan dribbling into the paint and getting a help defender to come help, that's not necessarily even a double team at that point. But again, they don't know the game, and that's the sad part, Rex. And they don't want to even learn.
A double team is when the defense initiates the play.
Exactly.
If the offensive player goes dribbling through all five players, that doesn't mean he was quadruple or quintuple teamed.
Exactly. Right. So that'd be I'm with you. That's exactly the point. That's what we try to explain to people, right? So, again, but they'll come here and they'll get mad because we're just trying to talk the game of basketball. We're just trying to explain what happened. I had a video today that I saw from Mr. Just Say You Hate Basketball, right? Which is the funny thing because he really hates basketball because all his posts are negative posts about basketball. It's nothing positive about basketball. He had the nerve to complain about how SGA was playing the other night with all the flopping that he was doing, which he was falling on every shot, which is obviously hard to watch, right? As a basketball fan, you're like, come on, bro. Like, you're always on the floor for no reason. Like, you're really just flopping. Like, you're just falling. But the majority of those were not foul calls. So he's not even getting the foul calls. So to complain about him is ridiculous. Like, that's not even worth even having that conversation. But they're so interested in all the bad things in life that they only see the bad things. They can't see nothing else great. They can't see how great SGA played in game 2. They can't realize the different strategies that were used to help them win game 2. Those things never come into their mind. They never tell you why somebody won. They always tell you why somebody choked. Right? Every time I see Scap attack, every post he makes after a playoff game is the team who lost, the guy choked. It's always that. It's never, another brilliant performance by SGA or another brilliant performance by Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson went off for 18 points the other night. People act like it's nothing. They don't even mention. They're not even talking about it. They still want to talk about James Harden. They don't make sense to me. Just don't make sense. That's what they're toxic. They want to have arguments. They don't want to be real, like you said, real basketball fans. They don't want to have real. They want to make fun of, like you said, you like to watch guys shoot on the playground, right? They're making fun of our guy down here, Ochi, for playing on the playground. Ochi makes videos of him taking shots and playing in the playground. They're making fun of his jump shot. because they can't explain why Michael Jordan's the GOAT. Like that's how they behave.
Yeah, and that's what just drives me crazy because I remember when I first started following basketball, we're talking early mid 70s. And I was just a kid, but I would follow my older brother, and he'd go to the court. My dad was still young enough. On occasion, he'd get out there and play. And nobody other than Wilt got a lot of negativity thrown at him. A lot.
Yes.
But really, the other players, the big three at the small forward position, and during my days growing up, you had Havlicek, Barry, and Dr. J. Dr. J was the new guy.
Yeah, you ain't got Elgin in there?
Well, Elgin was gone already by then.
Okay.
And so it was, Dr. J comes to the NBA. He was the show in the ABA. And you already had Barry and Havlicek kind of going as the top small forwards. And then you guys would argue about which one was better. But I honestly don't remember anyone slandering the other two. They would argue for their guy of the three. But it wasn't a point of, well, your guy can't do this or your guy did that. Or you know what I mean? It was talking positive about their guy, not diminishing the others, because we all understood that those three were the three. They were the top of the pile. And if you were to say something stupid like, well, John Havlicek can't go left, I mean, you'd be laughed out of the place. People would not take another word that you said seriously about anything. Negative comments like that were not endured. It was, hey, these are the greatest players in the world, man. If you like that guy, and yeah, he does that better than my guy does, but my guy's really good too. And they all get their shots. They all make their plays. And it's just like in the mid 80s, man, once all the commercials started coming out and the shoes and everything, it was like Jordan's number one and everyone else sucks. And that was the only thing that was allowed to be thought.
There goes
like people always. I ask people all the time. I'll ask you guys right now. How many playoff game winners did Michael Jordan have?
2. A buzzer beater.
Now, if you watch the Gatorade commercial, you think about 140.
Yeah, of course.
And the lowest I ever had a Jordan fan, a Jordanite, a Zesty Jeffrey, the lowest number that was ever quoted to me was 8. The answer's 3. They keep showing the same 3 over and over and over and over to where they think it's 10,000 different shots because they'll show the same shot from 5 different angles. And they literally think it's 5 different shots.
It's not enough.
The same 21 highlights. That's what we say. The same 21 highlights. That's what they always show. It's not enough. His career is not enough, and that's where it started.
And I'm not slamming. I'm not slamming Jordan. I think he's the greatest 2 guard that's probably ever played. But that's the hero worship thing. I lose my stuff, man, when they start acting like they're superheroes.
But that's where it started. No, but that's where it started with. It started with Michael Jordan because they're casuals. They only began to watch the game because of Michael Jordan. They didn't watch the game for no other reasons. They didn't have a team to root for. They're not even Chicago Bulls fans.
Yeah, well, they say it themselves, Ajani. They say it themselves. They'll sit there and give him credit. And it's true, okay? It's true. They'll say, well, Jordan is responsible for the globalization of the game. Okay, he's a huge, big part of it. He was. He absolutely was, because those commercials weren't just played in America. Nike sells shoes worldwide. Okay? They're shown everywhere. But that's my point. If you got people, if he turned 10 million people on to the game of basketball, that's 10 million people that a week ago didn't know a damn thing about it. And now I'm supposed to believe these brand new fans that they understand the game and they understand what proper basketball is and what success is because they bought a pair of shoes and they saw Space Jam 4 times.
Rex, to you, what's the best era of basketball to you? What got the game on track to where it got to today?
70s. The 70s. And the reason why is probably the same reason y'all don't like it. But it's the reason I do like it. 70s was the last decade of real basketball. When you saw the great players in the NBA and ABA, they were the great players in high school. The high school game looked exactly like the NBA game. There was no difference in rules. It was the same game coming all the way from playing in the church league when you were 12 all the way to the NBA finals. It was the same game. Then when Stern got in there, he started changing it to give players more freedom, start making it a player endorsement league rather than, the name on the back of the jersey was more important than the name on the front. Before Stern, they always sold the team. You had the Knicks, the Celtics, the Lakers, the Sixers. Then Stern comes in and it's Bird, Magic, Jordan, Hakeem, Ewing, and by coincidence, each team gets one great player.
They put that in the rules. They basically put it in the rules to make sure every team got one good player. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
Rex, what you
every
think?
team got ticket sales. Yeah, every team got ticket sales. Every team got jersey sales.
What you think about my era though? My era, to me, I think the 2000s is the best era to me though, because I think they had a mixture. I think they had a mixture of every. I think they had a mixture of every era in it. They had the physicality that people love about the '90s. They had the elite offenses that you see from the 2010s to today's. You had the star power. I think the star power in the 2000s probably was the best overall group of talent that you could have. Because you got your Bill Russell of the era and Tim Duncan. Got your polarizer guy like a Will Chamberlain and Shaq. You got the draft class. You got one of the best draft classes ever with Braun and them draft class in that era as well. And you got the young superstars like the Kobe's rising up in that era. Then you got that draft class with LeBron and Melo and them coming in. And they still had the power forward. That was the evolution of the power. You had the KGs. And I think they just had an overall group of talent. They had the physicality, they had the athleticism, they had the skill. You saw great defenses and great offenses at the same time. Some of the best offensive and defensive basketball of all time in that particular era to me. That's why I got that. Now, the 70s, I give you credit for this. They got the best overall group of big men of all time, in my opinion. I think that's the best era of the big man. But I think the 2000s overall got everything that you want in basketball. They got it.
Yeah, the only difference between your logic there and my logic is I look at it as teams, not as players.
But you had the team right.
Basketball is a
You had the
team
teams
sport.
too, though. But you had the team rivals too, because you had the Pacers and the Pistons in the early 2000s, which was great. Even though the Matters and the Palace happened, but that was great defensive basketball that you were seeing. Great brand of basketball that you seen. You had the evolution of the point guard, reached the new heights in there with the J Kids, the Nashes, Marbury in the early part, and then you had the rises with the Chris Paul and them coming in. Uh, I just think overall, I think 2000 was better than the seven. But I don't knock you for the sevens because I do understand how great that was because they was more team focused and you did have more team rivalries. But it was just as many team rivalries in the 2000s as well, though.
Yeah, but you see, that's what I'm talking about. And this, I have trouble explaining myself with this, trying to get where people can understand what I'm saying. The reason I love the 70s was because it was the experimental era that led to the 80s, 90s, 2000s. You wouldn't have the 3-point shooting era of Steph Curry if not for 1979, and if not for the 3-pointer in the ABA in the early half of the decade. You wouldn't have the open court one-on-one play, the dunks, and that if you didn't have the 70s ABA, right? The game,
yeah, the merging of
you
the
love
ABA
the
and
refined
NBA.
game.
Yeah.
You love the refined game. I love the process. I love seeing the experimental era that led us to the refined era. Remember, all the great players of the 80s and 90s and 2000s, when they were kids, they were watching the players of the 70s.
No, but did the 2000 kind of was reformed as well because they implemented the zone. They started allowing the zone,
Well, yeah, that's what I'm
and it
saying.
changed direction.
You seem to
So
really
I think they
love
had their.
seeing the beautiful finished product, which I understand, I get. Me, my joy is seeing the experimental era, and let's see what comes out of this. Let's throw out this new league and see what happens, and let's have. I love seeing the process. You love. It sounds like you love to see the finished product, which is fantastic, and I get that.
So your best era of basketball is the unfinished product.
Yeah, I want to see the evolution. I don't want to see I don't want to see the Mona Lisa hanging in the museum. I want to see them painted.
No, but what he's talking about in general, though, is that, again, the game of basketball is a team sport. It was never an individual sport. It was never a sport about the individual. It was a sport about what can the team do, and that's what you saw in the 60s and the 70s and part of the 80s. Like you said, in the 80s, the hype became about Magic, but even Magic was attached to the Lakers and how they played basketball. Same thing with Bird. Bird was attached to the Celtics. That's why that's what really revitalized the league, was because, again, the league was a team-oriented league, and you needed the Lakers and the Celtics and all these teams to be great, but you also needed to bring in casuals to watch the game, because sports was growing. Television was growing, right? It was no longer just getting ticket sales and having people buy jerseys, or even if they were selling jerseys at that time. I guess they were selling jerseys back then. I guess you could have bought a jersey, a Walt Frazier jersey in 1974. I'm guessing you could have done that, but maybe not the way you can in today's society. But either way,
no, not like now.
Yeah. But either way, that was a different time, a different thing. Again, they did market the league more. They did see the money in and letting players be the. Again, that's one of the best things about basketball, is that you actually get to interact with players when you go to a game, see them, you see their face, you know who they are. They don't have to take off their helmet. They're not, on the outfield 100 yards away where you can't see them, right? Because you're behind third base and they're on the other side. You can actually see your favorite player like within close range and stuff like that. So, yeah, man. Again, the game of basketball is beautiful, but
it was even more than that, because you see now they're all multimillionaires with generational wealth, and everything is fine tuned. When I was a kid, I used to go to Ben Lomond Park in Manassas, Virginia, and play with Don Collins, who played for the Bullets and the Milwaukee Bucks. In the summer, he played on the playground. All those guys played on the playground. Everyone knows Rucker Park. That's not an elite gym that you have a membership for. It's the guys in the NBA and the ABA played on the same playgrounds that we did. And we got to meet some of them. We got to play some of them. You got to see what talent was. You got to be there. And you got to see it face to face. You can't see that now. You can't be part of that now.
Yeah, but that's why we say today's era is just so much better, because a guy like Jason Tatum can't just go into any park. He's just going to destroy everybody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not even about
guys just destroyed us too. But we got to see. We weren't just. That's what I'm saying. We got to see it.
Yeah.
Like, I was on the court with a number of guys that are now in the Hall of Fame. I played with. I was on the court with them. They were outrageous. That's why I want to sit there and guys say, well, this is better than that, and this guy was trash. And it's like, hey, I played with that guy. I played with Adrian Dantley. All right? And I learned more from 3 days playing with him than I learned from every coach I ever played for.
But again, that's the problem. We can never get to these conversations about basketball if the game is not about basketball. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like Ochi, shout out to Ochi who's here and obviously Inside. They deal with it all the time. These are young men. They don't know nothing about the 1900s. They were born in the late 90s, early 2000s. So to them, like what they've been told, they have to go research themselves. Because there's not enough circles of men talking basketball. Because unless you're praising Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, nobody cares. Like that's how bad it is. Or unless you're talking about LeBron James, which is so funny to me because, like I tell people all the time, man, I'm a big time basketball fan. Right, my Heat is the team that I root for, the team that I watch and I pay attention to. Right. I started this particular content because I got tired of trying to talk regular basketball. Like just praising regular players became an issue. You can't even, like I said, you can't praise SGA. You can't tell somebody SGA is worthy of an MVP right now. They're gonna tell you, oh, he's a flopper or a free throw merchant, and all these silly terms that come out of nowhere. I mean that came out of nowhere that don't mean nothing. Have you ever heard of an event creator before, Politicus Rex?
Say again?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of an event creator on the basketball court? This guy's an event creator.
I think I know what that means, and this is one of the things I always try and teach young players is at basketball camps. When I used to do the basketball camps, everyone tries to be Michael Jordan. Everyone tried to, be Dr. J. Everyone tried to, whoever you want to pick, whoever their favorite player was. And I used to tell them, look, how many teams are in the NBA? And at the time, there were 23. And I said, okay, that means there's 23 first options in the world. Everyone else in the league is a role player. Because there's 5 guys on the court. Back then, 12 guys on a team. There's only one ball. All right? So you need to do what Bill Russell said. You better learn how to play without the ball. Because that is who decides who wins and who loses. And I used to teach kids all the time. I used to teach kids all the time how to be the complementary player. Because unless you're one of the 23 best in the world, that's what you're going to end up being when you get to the most elite level. So learn your role, because here's the secret, guys. Coaches don't want 12 LeBron James. They don't want 12 Michael Jordans. They don't want 12 Kareem Abdul-Jabbars. They want 12 guys that can make plays, whatever those plays may be. If you can come up with a turnover, if you can make a key bucket, if you can grab a key rebound when the pressure's on and everyone on the court can feel it, and you're the one that can come up with the ball repeatedly, you're always going to make a team. That's what real coaches actually look for, guys that make plays. I ask guys all the time, what's better, going 6 of 7 from the free throw line or going 9 of 18?
They'll tell you the 6 of 7.
You're wrong.
I know. You got 9 points.
Because fanboys will always sit there and say, oh, well, 6 of 7, because that's a 90% free throw percentage. Coaches don't care. They want the points. If you make 9 free throws, they don't care if you take 9 shots or if you take 23. They want those 9 points because the winner is determined by which team has more points. That's all they care about.
Not to mention,
and it doesn't matter which particular player gets it.
And problems, yeah. But you're also causing problems. That's the thing. Again, that's the thing about talking basketball. That's the context that they don't understand. And that's why we have these fine gentlemen at the bottom. Y'all being real quiet. Y'all boys can step in and join this conversation.
I'm not trying to monopolize things here, guys. Come on.
Yeah, you guys can join in. That's what the show is there for y'all. Because the point of today's show is to have these basketball conversations. And we here for it. So
I will say this also. Shout out to the Hardwood Authority show. But I will say I agree with a lot of stuff you said, Rex. But every team wants 12 LeBrons because he can get the assists, he can get the rebounds, he can score the bucket, he can make a play. Hey man, I want 12 LeBrons on my team. But I agree with your logic. But
no, the problem is you can't replicate LeBron James. You can't replicate him.
No,
you can't replicate somebody like LeBron. That's the problem. And teams are trying to do that now. Teams are actually trying to create LeBron James out of every player that's 6'8", 6'9". You just
Anthony Bennett.
They're trying to do it now.
The whole reason he was selected number one.
Twins.
The whole reason Anthony Bennett went number one out of UNLV was because he looked like LeBron. He couldn't play like LeBron, but he looked like LeBron, so Cleveland took him number one.
Right back, yo.
Yeah,
but the young gentleman right there just said something that proved my point. He said every coach wants 12 LeBrons. No, they don't. How are they going to pay for 12 LeBrons?
Okay, that was not his case. No, that you can't be that decision.
All right, well, in case y'all didn't know, it's professional basketball.
Yeah, but what they mean is that they want players that's skilled. Yeah, obviously you don't want 12 players that's going to get you 27 points. That's not what he's saying. What he's saying is that you want players, for one, that is unselfish like LeBron, right? That know how to play team basketball, because LeBron can play many facets in the game. You don't. Again, there's guys in the league that could put up 25 points per game. They just play a role. That's their job. They, like you said, not everybody's going to be a number one option. You understand what I'm trying to say? And even to talk about that, that's why I said that the Jordan fans are toxic. Because I heard a conversation from Carmelo Anthony the other day, where he said that he had an opportunity to join the Miami Heat when LeBron and all those guys were down here. And instead of joining that team and win championships and be a part of a winning franchise, he decided that it wasn't suitable for him because he's like, I'm in my prime and I'm the number one option. What do I look like going to a team and being a second, third, fourth option just to win championships? And he's like, I didn't want to sacrifice. Like, he literally said that. Like, I didn't want to sacrifice. And then you have the nerve to hear some of these Zesty tell you that all players only care about winning. Like, Michael Jordan only cared about winning. They didn't care about stats. They only cared about winning. It was all about winning. When in reality, that's not true. We all know it's not true, because these guys do want to be the man. They do want to show out, especially when they know they are that, especially when they've been that their whole life. They've always been the best player on the team, from high school to college. Now you're in the NBA. You're still one of the best players in the league, but now you have to sacrifice that to win championships. But there's a lot of players who sacrifice to win championships that could have been way better players off of their stats, but they wouldn't have won championships. Scottie Pippen's one of those type of players, right? Dwayne Wade admit to it. He said, hey, I could have had way better stats and accolades if I didn't decide to join LeBron James or play alongside Shaquille O'Neal. But that's the part of basketball that we have to discuss, because it's all about the game at the end of the day. Even if you win or you don't win, Carmelo Anthony's one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
Yeah.
But to them,
but you see, the problem with today's game is the collective bargaining agreement. Can any of you tell me how a player qualifies for a max contract?
They have to play.
There's a lot of ways you can qualify
with the team that they played for. Well, that's the Supermax. The max is just after. I think it's after. If I'm correct, it's after 10 years. Or no, it's after 8 years. We were just discussing it the other day. I forgot.
Isn't there a certain criteria that they have to achieve to qualify?
Well, that's what we were talking about. That's the Supermax. Yeah, the Supermax means you have to make the All NBA team, or be the league MVP or Defensive Player of the Year, and you have to be with the team that drafted you your first 7 years. Then if not after that, you're only eligible.
Which means it's based on your individual performance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which makes every player selfish by default. They have to be, because that's how they get their money now. See, it used to be back in the old days, the only way you were guaranteed, if you were a bench player, the only way you were guaranteed a spot next year was by winning this year, because championship teams were never broken up. It was a superstition. If you won it, you came back with the same team, unless someone retired, that type of thing. But you'd come back and run it again. You'd run it back. You would bring the same team back. That was the only way bench players could guarantee a spot the next year, back before guaranteed contracts, was the team had to win, was how you kept in the game.
So if you didn't win, then you more likely you were gonna get kicked off. So you had to make sure to play team basketball. That makes sense.
Yes,
that makes sense.
But you see now, the actual collective bargaining agreement is tied to their individual performances. which makes players. So when you hear guys sit here and slam modern players only think about themselves. Modern players only do this. It's because that's how the business has made it. It's, when they say guys don't play defense today or can't play defense, of course they can. When I hear stupid Zesty Jeffries sit there and say LeBron couldn't play in the 80s, of course he could. That's just stupid. Great players play great.
Yeah, but this is the thing though. This is what we have here. See, this is a perfect example of the toxicity that exists amongst Zesty Jeffries. This channel won't let you criticize LeBron, but you can criticize any other player. This is why I always say I don't cry. There's no crying in the GOAT debate. Zesty Jeffries have established talking negative about a player's career is a part of the GOAT debate. If we're going to have the GOAT debate, don't cry about the negativity. Because you want to criticize LeBron. You only want to criticize LeBron. I already know you're going to criticize LeBron. So let me let your criticism come out and show how hypocritical you are, because you're not going to go across the board with that criticism. You're not going to critique every player the same way. You guys critique LeBron James especially. Ain't nobody critiquing Jordan, especially just Jordan. Ain't nobody saying the meltdowns for Jordan is only Jordan's meltdown rules. No. There are rules across the board. The only problem is that Jordan's the only one that did it. Y'all don't like these things. Y'all don't like the fact that these things that we say that Jordan did only applies to Jordan because he was the only one that did it. It wasn't like we created some special thing to say, oh, this is Jordan's. That's what y'all do for LeBron. Y'all make special terms and circumstances to just downgrade LeBron James's greatness. You guys can't talk about players' greatness. Because if we did talk about just every player's greatness, guess who falls short? Your boy Kobe, your boy Mike. Because they just never accomplished enough. Y'all can't even make Michael Jordan better than Bill Russell. So how is he better than LeBron? He didn't accomplish more than Bill Russell, so he know he didn't accomplish more than LeBron. Like, just leave it alone. Like, that's y'all problem. Y'all can't appreciate greatness. Y'all wasted 25 years of your life. And y'all want us to sit here and just accept it because somehow y'all some cool dudes who, if we were hanging around each other one day, that we would be able to have some kind of bond and some kind of friendship. Nah, nigga, never. I don't hang out with none of you dudes. If you was on divorce court, you can't be my friend.
That's fucking wild.
I don't hang out with dudes that don't pay their child support, man. I don't hang out with dudes, man, that sit here and brag about their criminal activities, how they treat women. Hey, when Zesty
at least he's been on TV. He felt real famous on that show. Try to tell me I've never been on TV. I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's funny.
Yeah. You went on TV to embarrass your wife. That's what you went on TV and embarrassed your wife intentionally. You didn't go there and accidentally embarrass her. No, your intentions was to embarrass her. You said you came there with receipts, meaning you were there to show her how she's flawed. There's something wrong with her, not you, to the world.
Wow. But he wants to play you one-on-one. You wouldn't hang out with him? You wouldn't check ball at the
Zesty. Like I said, that's zesty as they get, man. These dudes are crazy. I had no ball talks the other day asking me, he's like, how come y'all never talk about girls? I never see y'all around girls. Like, why? Like, what are you talking about?
What kind of question is that?
How come we never what?
How come we don't have no girls around us? We never talk about girls. We never have no girls around us.
Because I've been married for 30 years. And I'd like to stay that way.
No, you know what that...
Like, bro, shut.
Yep, you know where that's from? That's because there's a young lady named Shamari on TikTok, Rex, and she goes on their lives and talks with them and have conversations with them, but she doesn't like talking with us because she doesn't like LeBron. So they take that as hey, you guys don't even have any females over there. It's just all guys. But it's basketball. We're talking basketball.
Well, you could if you invited her, you could probably get Irish girl on here.
I mean, Shamari was recorded on our lives already. She's been embarrassed.
Listen, my wife is more of a basketball fan than all those Zesty Jeffries, man. My wife could talk basketball.
Yeah, no, but if you want someone on, I mean.
No, but that's what I'm saying. We don't restrict nobody to come on, but that's the thing, right? The girls that at least the women that I've seen that talk sport that I follow on social media, they're not zesty. They're not like men. They're not looking for an argument. Shamaria's the only one. She's the only one around here trying to have these conversations with other men. She likes that space. That's fine.
Why does it care whether or not we have females that we talk to while we talking basketball with our friends? That's interesting.
Because Jordan's career is not enough.
Fair enough.
That's what it's always going to lead to, ladies and gentlemen. Jordan's career is not enough, and because Jordan's career is not enough, they have to talk about everything else. Because they know we're not going to accept 6-0. They know we're not going to accept, the greatest defender of all time, all kind of nonsense that they like to bring up about Michael Jordan. So they got to talk about us and everything else. That way, they just muck up the conversation. Like I said, they're toxic. They can't just talk basketball. They can't just express the game. They can't do it. Like, there's supposedly a hate for OKC all of a sudden, which I don't know why people hate OKC.
I don't know why people
They only won one championship. Yeah, they only won one championship. It's not like they have like a dynasty.
Well, even if they did, I don't see why you hate a team for being successful. It's good basketball.
Yeah, right.
That's because.
I mean, isn't that what we all want to see?
Why are you hating on a team for doing what you guys think is the most important thing to do, which is win? That don't even make no sense. You hating on a team
organically too, right? Then they did organically, right? Organically, right?
Well, that's fandom, right?
Do it all.
That's fans, not players. That's I have my little thing on my avatar. What do you want to call it? I'm not a fan. I don't like follow a player or a team or whatever. I just love the game. And if I'm given a choice of watching or playing, I'm going to play. I watch when it's rainy or dark or I can't get to a court. Then I'll watch a game. I'd rather play than watch.
Now, I understand if you don't like a team because they beat your team, and that's just being a fan of your team. But, for example, like the Lakers right now are eliminated. I'm watching the Spurs series. I'm watching the Knicks series. It's both great basketball. Why would I not be excited to watch great basketball? It's great basketball. It's exciting to watch these teams play and compete, even if it's not my team. Now, do I want the Thunder to lose because they beat us? Absolutely. But when the Thunder play well, I'm not going to be, oh, man, the Thunder are trash. Nah, bro, they're playing good.
Now, you see, I used to always do it the other way. If the Thunder had beaten my favorite team, I would then want the Thunder to win it because then I can always argue, yeah, my team lost, but we lost to the champs. Makes my team sound better,
Of course. At least you can say that, right? Exactly.
Yeah, if my team lost to the Thunder and then I root for the Thunder to lose and they then lose, then it's like, okay, well, my team just lost to another team that just lost to another team. But if my team lost to the champion, then I got that to hang on. It's like, hey, man, yeah, we lost to the champions. What you going to do? Everyone lost to them.
I'm fine with that.
Here goes a perfect example. Here, my bad, Inside. This is a perfect example right here. Ajani, you're just a hypocrite and you only talk basketball with your feelings. Again, this is why I say they're toxic. They want to go ahead and say that I'm talking with my feelings so that they can argue about how I feel instead of arguing the facts that I'm providing. I'm not providing you my feelings. And that frustrates me the most because they'd be like, yo, bro, I'm not here to tell you how I feel. You're not a therapist. Why am I sitting here talking to you about how I feel? We're talking basketball. There's no feeling in stats. Like, that's why I say they're toxic because they want to express how they feel. So now it becomes about, well, who has the right to feel a certain way? These are grown men we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen.
I got a little pushback on you. I know we kumbaya in here, but
what's happening, man?
What's good, bro? Hey, but yeah, I don't know about y'all. I don't look at the NBA as noble work or missionary work or something. Yeah, you talking about, the most important thing is winning. No, it ain't, man. Securing a great paycheck for me and or my family is priority number one. The winning stuff is definitely secondary and below. I don't believe in that.
That's what we said. To say that what he just said. He just said the collective bargain agreement. That's exactly what he just said. He said the collective bargain agreement makes it to where guys are focusing on getting that check, getting their money, getting that max dollar. I know that. That's what he said. He said that's what he's saying. But the idea of basketball is to play a team game, right? So he's like he said, it's being that it is a business, right? They included this player element in it where players are now their own entities and players are focusing on themselves more than the quote unquote team. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, that's what he's trying to say. But to win, it doesn't require a paycheck. It doesn't require to be the best player. It requires to play the best team basketball. So if you're really interested in winning, then you'll play team basketball. But we all know these players don't care more about winning, like you said, than getting a paycheck. They rather earn their money than pay. Than you understand what I'm trying to say? So that's the conversation. And the true conversation is that...
You broke up. Go ahead. You were saying something. I thought you had stopped. It broke up.
No, I was gonna say the true conversation is that how toxic Michael Jordan fans are and Kobe Bryant fans are to basketball discussions. That they make it about one or the other. They can't really, and they can't explain anything. They create fake terms. They don't know the game. They can't talk about the game as is. That's why they have to say false things like they don't play defense today. Can you imagine like this guy said, you're trying to earn a paycheck and you're not playing defense? So what? They just gonna pay me because what? I'm on the basketball court. So like I have to do something, right? So I got to be playing defense. I got to get paid. Somebody's watching film on me. Like he said, there's a scouting report. Did I follow the scouting report? And if I follow the scouting report, then that means I play defense.
But I don't. That's not fair to the players to say they don't play defense. And I know how much a coach, or just say the division you in and stuff, they shape what you're gonna do and how you're gonna play. Because I remember back in the day, definitely in the 90s, if you did certain things as a big man, you're going straight to the bench. Now they had to change the rules. That's why they did the college zone stuff, and they were trying to get more fanfare. This the equivalent of with juicing the baseball type of deal. They needed something to push it, and that pushed it. When Shaq them got in the 2000s, man, the league they saw dollars. That's all it was. They saw dollars. I can't get mad at them talking about defense when they're not encouraging nobody to play no defense. And these guys are capable of playing it. Coaches and defense and strategies, they're not doing that unless you want to lose your job.
They are doing that. Like Mike Depp said, there's no rules that stop you from playing defense. What rules says don't play defense? Where y'all get this from?
No, not play defense. Okay, put it like this.
I'm talking about Mac Def.
You don't see a lot of 90-point games like that anymore because look, man, the objective is a balance. Hit it in the grade. Okay, we don't want 130, but we don't want an 85-point game. Nobody's really doing that, and you can curtail that by the coaches that get hired, the GM, and they have to be on these people are working together. I don't think most people understand it. They are working together to accomplish a certain thing. They are pushing this machine.
130 points per game.
What happened?
Sir, they didn't score 90 points per game because of defense. They scored 90 points per game because they sucked offensively.
And the pace was slower.
Okay.
They didn't play team basketball. They didn't They didn't push the pace. They didn't run the ball. They didn't run. They sat here and dribble, throw it to the low man on the low block, watch him brick over somebody, and then go on the other end and do the same stuff. And now the score is 86-82. No, that's not that. They played 100-point games in the 80s. They played defense in the 80s. They played 100-point games in the 70s. They played defense in the 70s. Okay. They were definitely playing 100-point games in the 60s. They were playing defense in the 60s. You can't be an NBA player and not play defense, bro. Like, that's the point. They play defense. They stand in front of you. They guard you. They move their feet. They do the best that they can do. The fact is that they're playing against the guys that are super talented today. Guys are doing more with the basketball on the offensive side than we've ever seen. It's harder to play defense today.
Oh, I agree. I can agree with that. It is probably harder. Yeah, it is. It is harder. Yeah. But go ahead and finish
They
what
play
you said
defense.
on that.
No, I just want to know these rules. Mac Def keeps saying that they changed. I want to know what
No.
rules said. Okay, here's a rule. We established this rule. No, because he's in the comments saying that. I want to hear what he has to say about it. Because I don't.
Okay.
Yeah,
can't
because
see the
I got the
comment.
comment. Yeah, he's in the comments
Oh,
saying this, and I want to know what is it.
okay, but I heard somebody on the panel. I thought say something. They were about to say something because I'm watching the game and listening to y'all too. He
Yeah,
said,
we
yes,
watching
they
it.
did. Because, I know, back in the day, they would get the ball and hold the ball until the shot clock go down and then shoot it. See, they made a rule change. This is the reason why when you get an offensive rebound, it don't go back to 24 seconds like they used to. They'll hold it. See, they slowed down some of the things that makes the illusion of there's more scoring. No, you got to shoot it faster because I think the shot clock goes back down to 14 seconds. They did that rule probably
they
about
speed up the
10
pace.
years ago.
Pace.
10, 50, yeah.
That's called pace.
It's the pace. Somebody was
Yeah,
about
but that's
to say
not that's not defense. That makes it hard on the offense. That helps the defense. If you get the offensive rebound now, you got 10 less seconds.
more points.
More possessions means more shots, which means more points.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh,
So
it was
it's not that
course.
they were scoring 90-point games because they were playing defense. They were still playing the same amount of defense as you usually do. The only difference is there was more shots, which means you're going to score more points.
San Antonio can't stop OKC, man, for nothing.
Why is that hard to understand?
The difference in pace, the lowering of the pace in the 90s was because they expanded the league so quickly and expanded rosters and eliminated the college requirement. You had less experienced players. They were more physically talented, but they were less experienced, and the coaches took a tighter rein on things and constantly had things slowed down. So the coaches had more control over the game, like in college. If you notice, there was also in the 90s a huge influx of college coaches like Calipari and Pitino and those guys going to the NBA and using their coach-dominated offenses. Because in a slow-down game, the coach calls the play. If it's run and gun and it's showtime, the coach doesn't have a whole lot going during he talks during the timeout. The point guard runs it when the play's going.
Yeah.
That's why it's slowed down.
Players that came out of high school. So I can't give you that excuse. Give me another one about inexperience because there's only been 45 out of thousands of people that joined the league straight from the high school to straight to the NBA. So
he didn't say high school 2 cents. High school. He didn't say high school. He said they got rid of the college rule. Hold on, wait, Now you're drafting freshmen. You're drafting guys, juniors. Before it was a 4-year. We had to do 4 years. Guaranteed, you had to do 4 years. They started grabbing guys not just out of high school, but just 2-year players, 1-year players, one and dones, inexperienced players. Not to mention, like I keep telling y'all, they added more players to the league and more rosters. So now when you got a guy like Greg Anthony, who was a perennial bench player, he's now a perennial starter. Who's not as good, is not as talented. So it's not just experience, it's talent. You added more players to the league without talent availability. So you had to develop that talent eventually. That's why the league created the G League in the early 2000s.
Down the offense.
But that's why the NBA. Yeah, but that's how the NBA created the D League. Yeah, in the beginning of the 2000s, because they needed to show, they started realizing these young kids who are coming in the league are not really experienced at understanding how playing basketball is. Because like he said, they're no longer playing the game like they did in high school or college. This is a different game. It's an NBA game. It's a different game. It's a more star-driven league, and teams are doing that, coaches are doing that. And like he said, they had just to win, you had to slow down. Again, that Jerry Sloan offense wasn't successful in the 80s. Like that, as soon as they get into the late 90s, it became successful. Why? Because the game was slowing down to a halt. It was bad basketball. Charles Barkley dribbling the ball 25 times. He had the nerve to talk about James Harden. I'm telling you, man, this is what makes the toxicity. This is what makes the basketball world toxic, because y'all want us to think that there was nothing wrong with that era. Somehow that was some golden age. And here it is. We have somebody who was watching basketball before that era who can tell you that he didn't like the way the game was being changed. Just like I told you, people who watched the 60s and 70s don't like how the game was changing in the 80s into the 90s. Didn't like it. They didn't like that type of basketball. That wasn't the basketball they were used to growing up seeing. But somehow y'all think What was happening in the 80s and the 90s was always happening in NBA. Because in reality, y'all don't even count anything before the 80s. I saw a live today where some kid said he don't count nothing before 76. As if he understood the merger in the first place. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
and that's
all
why
of
I'm
it's
here.
great.
Change all that.
It's just degrees of great. I mean, basketball is the perfect sport.
Hey, y'all boys, man, I gotta get up in the morning to do because
I appreciate you, man.
We not Ajani, we not mystery millionaires. We don't got a mystery business. Well, I do have a mystery business. My side hustle. We doing lawn care, so gotta get up early in the morning. Y'all boys stay safe. Juan boy, what's good, Brody? Ochi, everybody else here for Salute Panel.
Yeah, we having fun. We watching the games. We watching the games and we having good conversation. Yeah, man, enjoy. Yeah. It is a holiday weekend, so hopefully everybody has a safe holiday weekend. I got a lot of stuff that I got planned for this weekend too as well, man. I got a lot of things I got to take care of.
Before I bounce out, John DM'd me. He said to expect a message from you or Brandon. Oh shoot, I got the big screen. Hold on, let me.
Yeah, man. Go ahead and plug your channel before you get up out of here and plug your show. And yeah, you're supposed to get your flowers, man. So whenever you're available for a Sunday show, let us know. That's how it works around here. Y'all make sure to follow the Hardwood Authority show. The young man working hard with Olo and Juan Boy. These guys go live Monday. Y'all catch them on FYF Sports Debate. Y'all know who FYF Sports Debate is.
We got the Hardwood Authority show. We do our live show on Monday on my TikTok, which is right here.
Inside the arc.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, young man. Have a great time. Thank you, man. Have a good one. Have a good one, man. But like I said, see, look, even that, we support content creators, right? We help each other around here, man. That's what they don't like. They want LeBron fans to be solos so they can catch us by ourselves. Except for me. They never want to catch me nowhere. They scared of me. But now they upset because
yeah, you better not say nothing good about LeBron on nobody's channel. I was like, you about to get jumped. You ain't no get jumped over here. If you try, there's too many people over here to attack you and not about to go there because we hear it all the time. I'm like, stop that, bro. But this is like one of the channels that it is a safe place. If you said something good, you're not hated for saying something good about LeBron. You can't do that. You can't even do it at work. They'll say something to you at work.
And here you can listen. And here you can praise any player as long as you're not lying. That's the problem. We just don't like liars. You can praise Jordan. You can say Jordan was a great scorer. Jordan was great at attacking the basket. Jordan was dominant. You know what I'm saying? Against his opponent. Those are simple things. Is when you start lying, saying Jordan could shoot threes. Jordan could jump 48 inches.
Right? That's Jordan my favorite.
Yeah. Jordan was a great defender. Right? These are the type of things that start getting underneath our skin. Like, come on, guys.
I worked for Jordan's hometown newspaper for 8 years. And I know more about those background stories than probably 99.99% of people out there. And it's funny hearing them spout off all these different things like the 48-inch vertical and all this other stuff when I know, working for the newspaper in his hometown, what's true, what isn't, what happened behind the scenes, what goes on. It's hilarious.
Yeah, he didn't have a 48 vertical. He never really got measured. The NBA wasn't measuring. They didn't have those type of scouting combines in the 80s when Jordan was being drafted. They don't have this information. They weren't doing verticals, cone runs, none of this stuff, man. They just did regular workouts. Well, if you
actually go back and look, because I have, and I talked to some of my friends at the newspaper, the first time the 48-inch vertical came out was on Bleacher Report a month after he bought the Bobcats. Imagine that. The story where Roy Williams is sitting in the golf cart at a charity golf tournament, and he's telling the reporters about how he timed Jordan at Laney High School running a 4.240. It was literally 24 hours after Jordan donated $100 million to UNC. And I've spoken He's now deceased, but I've spoken to Coach Herring numerous times about these issues, and he said, no, none of that happened. But there's millions of dollars on the line. You got to create a brand, you got to create an image, and you got to keep that image.
Even when Bobby Knight said Michael Jordan was the greatest player he ever saw, ladies and gentlemen, who do you think he was talking about? He's talking about college players. He wasn't talking about professional. Bobby Knight never coached professional athletes. He's always coached amateurs. He was talking about Michael Jordan's the greatest player he ever saw. I mean, if you came to me about all the players that ever played college that's supposed to go into the NBA, Michael Jordan's the greatest player I ever saw. Not that Michael Jordan's the greatest basketball player he ever saw. There's no way Bobby Knight thought Michael...
Yeah, that was actually the beginning of the beef with Isaiah also, because that's when Coach Knight would always say Isaiah was the greatest player. It was always Isaiah. Who's the best player? Isaiah. Most fundamentally sound? Isaiah. The smartest? Isaiah. Then after the 84 Olympic tryouts, before the Olympics even started, he comes out and says Jordan's the greatest player he's ever seen. That kind of rubbed Isaiah the wrong way. He's like, hey, wait a minute. That's where that started.
I mean, that was his college coach he went undefeated with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jordan, when he came to Chicago, he actually stayed in Isaiah's house, Isaiah's mom's house, before he got his own place in Chicago as a rookie.
Yeah. Supposedly Mike and Isaiah's sister was very, very close.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me say this very quick while it's on top of my head. Look, see, you got to understand sometimes when you hear when people make a comment about something, you have to look at the source. Okay, why did he say that? Okay, that's his child. He's supposed to say that. Or he saved his mother, or he stayed with him. So you're a different type of butthole if you. I mean, that's the least you can do is big up the guy, or stand up for him. We know when people say things like, "Oh, well, Kobe said, oh, that guy's better. He said he's better than him." It's a thing called respect, and sometimes it's a respect thing that some people are saying. Man, I could say Ajani is the best podcaster ever because he's my boy. He probably ain't, but at the end of the day, I can say that and can stand on it. And this is what some basketball players do. That's his boy. You supposed to. Everything I do and stuff, I would hope you would support me, and that's where we at.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that these little conversations that we have about Michael Jordan, like I said, the Bobby Knight thing, right? Even the Isaiah Thomas thing, right? Like, Isaiah Thomas is supposed to be competitive, right? All I keep hearing about, they appreciate tough guys. They appreciate dudes who risk it all, who put everything on the line to win, do whatever. That's all Isaiah Thomas ever did. But for some reason, they hate Isaiah Thomas. And I really don't get it. And again, Isaiah Thomas really didn't despise Michael Jordan because he said he never really worried about Michael Jordan, right? He beat Michael Jordan, right? Let's just say if that was motivation for him to beat Michael Jordan, right? That Bobby Knight said that, right? But he did. He actually got a chance to do that. So at the end of the day, but it's the lying aspect of it. At the end of the day, even if Bobby Knight thinks Michael Jordan was a great basketball player he saw at that time going into the NBA, that doesn't change anything. Like I said, it's the lies. It's the fact that they're using that to say that Michael Jordan was the best player ever that Bobby Knight ever seen. Imagine that thinking a 21-year-old Michael Jordan is the greatest player Bobby Knight ever seen play basketball ever. Like, that's what Zesties want us to believe. That's not true, bro. That's just not true. That's not what he was saying. That's not what he meant.
I know, but
Bobby Knight is a straight shooter, though. Bobby Knight is a straight shooter, though. He ain't just gonna say it just to say it.
Both of them.
No, I agree that I agree he believed Michael Jordan was the greatest player he saw coming out of college. I agree. If that's what he was, if that's what you guys want to talk about, then yeah, that's what he meant. But he didn't think that Michael Jordan was a better basketball player than Larry Bird in 1984. He didn't think Michael Jordan was a better basketball player than Magic Johnson in 1984. It's impossible. There's no way. Anybody who thought that don't know basketball, which we know Bobby Knight is not one of those people, so obviously he was not saying that. But Zesties have to lie. They have to make things up. That's the point of it, to be toxic. Because Jordan's career is not enough.
Yeah, and you might got to get the what you call it, the thesaurus on that one. Yeah, when you saying lie, but you got to understand that, like, oh, that's his truth. At the end of the day, we agree with that. That's his truth. You know what I do to somebody that lied to me sometimes? I know. I say I believe you believe what you saying. You know, that type of deal without calling them a lie, because lie turns into
they
something
believe it.
toxic. Yeah. Just like you
They
call me a
believe it.
punk.
They believe it.
Yeah, I believe that you believe what you just said. Because I don't. You know, but
They be
lie
believing
is a
it.
strong
They be
word.
believing it.
It rubs people the wrong way. Because no, I ain't no
Yeah.
liar. That type of mess.
Nope. I'll tell you
Hey,
one thing.
who,
Rex is
who's
not a
the guy?
hater. Rex just don't
Nah,
like Jordan fans. He's
I
tired of
mean,
Jordan
but
fans, like he
Coach
said.
K said the same thing, and that's Bobby Knight's, you know what I'm saying, protege.
yeah. Oh, that dude left.
Well, I think
I don't.
yeah, I don't think Coach K ever coached Michael Jordan. So he just saying that
Right?
from everybody else's perspective, from watching him play.
He did Olympic wise.
When? What
Yeah,
Olympics? He wasn't on the
He was
Olympics
on the
team. He
dream
wasn't.
team. He
he
was
was
on the
on the
dream
dream team.
team coaching staff.
Yeah.
Coach K was on that staff with
Yes, he
Chuck Daly.
was. Yes, he was.
You sure about that?
I don't
Yes,
know.
I don't
We can look
remember
it
that.
up. We ain't got it
he was
here.
on the
I
coaching
don't remember
staff,
that.
man.
Juan
And Coach
boy,
K told the
is
story.
that true, Juan boy? Somebody need to come verify that for me right quick. Let's go look up 1992 Olympic coaching staff. Let's look it up. 1992 men's basketball men's
Oh, he was
basketball
assistant
coaches.
coach in
Let me put coaches.
'92.
Let me
He
see
was
coaches.
assistant.
Let's see here. Men's. All right. Let's see. Okay,
Yeah.
1992. Okay, stand out. Okay, no, that says men's division basketball. I'm not talking about that. I say for what's it called?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, he was
Hold
on
on.
there. Hey, but hey, I was laughing because dude was saying, I'm from North Carolina. So I used to have to play Wilmington Laney. They was out of our division, but we played them at least once or twice a year. And when I tell you, I seen a dude that was playing, he was a guard. This dude was the spitting image of Michael Jordan. I'm talking about in the 90s, spitting image. I'm like, you ain't have to tell me he was related. It brings back memories because nobody really cared about Wilmington Laney. But that Michael Jordan hoopla stuff, I've heard it all my life. Snatching quarters snatching a dollar bill, no, snatching quarters off the top of the backboard and putting a dollar bill up there. They used to lie to us when we were coming up. Mike could jump, way better than a lot of people. I seen a lot of people got hops, but I see it, man. It wouldn't surprise me if he did have 48-inch vertical, because some of these guys is so
Hell
gifted
no.
in jump.
Hell
I
no.
could believe
Jordan
it.
don't got no 48. Jordan ain't got 48. Vince Carter didn't have a 48-inch vertical. Jordan did not jump higher than Vince Carter. Jordan does not have a 48-inch vertical, sir. It's high, but it ain't 48. Even Wilt Chamberlain, with the high jump, I don't even believe he had a 48-inch vertical, bro. A 48-inch vertical is ridiculous, bro, to be able to jump that high. Jordan did not have that, and we already proved it. It's fine. That it doesn't hurt Jordan's career. He's still one of the greatest leapers and high flyers in the NBA history. What is wrong with SGA? Every time he shoots, he goes on the floor.
He's on the floor. He stay on it. Yeah, he
Steph
stay on the
Castle
floor.
is upset today. Stephon Castle is upset today. He's
Oh,
been
hey,
having
I ain't forgot since Sunday when I was telling them about the game. I was like, yeah, I'm telling you that high and low. I said, Wemby gonna act like he ain't never seen a basketball after he dropped that 41 points or something it was the other day. Yeah, I know what it is. Like when Brunson, if he go for 35, 40, I guarantee he coming back to give you way less than his average. Like, I'm not impressed by SGA scoring 30 points. Hell, you averaged 31. So I'm looking at you like, what the hell was going on? So he hasn't been that impressive according to his bar. But what I'm saying, look at these ones and twos. They act like they ain't seen a dang on basketball. The next game they play, you be like, what? I think the NBA got something to do with prize picks or something like that. It's something about that. They in the bed with these betting people. But I already know the game, what they be doing.
Yeah, so
ain't falling for that.
so Coach K was an assistant coach. It was Mike Krzyzewski, Lenny Wilkins, and PJ Carlissimo as the coaching staff for the '92 team.
Mm,
So he was on
yeah,
that team. At that time, Jordan was the best player in the league. He was better than
yeah,
Magic and Bird then.
yeah.
I don't know about '84.
No.
By '92, he was. He was
To be
definitely.
honest with you, he cemented
He,
the GOAT. They was talking that GOAT shit after that 88, 89 season. It was incredible. Yeah, it'll be hard to duplicate it. That when he scoring title, MVP, and all. He didn't win the championship, but he did so much that year. That's when Mike he really turned it on, and then he didn't get his championships. That's why I'm like, championship is great, but we talking individual. That's a team thing when you win a championship. If you want to talk individual accomplishment, you can't talk to me about Michael Jordan and LeBron. It's not even close. I'm like, why is that even an argument? You want to argue about championships? Okay, now you got a better argument. Then I'm gonna get Bill Russell on your case.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't. That's what I'm saying.
You
Jordan's career
can't.
is not enough. That's why the
His
negative
career
talk
enough though.
of players' career
His
is
career enough.
important
It's
because
not enough.
to them
It's not enough.
to them is this. Jordan didn't fail. Jordan has no negative aspects of his career. To mention negativity about Jordan means you're just a hater. Who hates Jordan? Whoever thinks Jordan is bad, there's something wrong with you. The rest of the world doesn't think this. Why do you think this? Oh my God, that must be because you're a LeBron sexual. You must just want to prop up LeBron because he's a
That's
he's
all
a
the shit they be
choker.
saying.
That's exactly how it is for them. So to
Same
them,
script every
they
time.
can't explain why Jordan is just greater than everybody. They just have to explain to you why Jordan has less flaws than everybody. That's how Jordan's better. Jordan has less flaws.
They
So
don't know what the GOAT.
identify. Yeah, they don't. They don't know. What up, Ernest?
What's good? What's good?
Yeah,
They
they just
think
don't
the GOAT debate
understand,
is
man.
just LeBron and Jordan, but it's every player that has played in the NBA. Every player.
Hey,
And their argument for Jordan don't make him better than every player. That's why they keep losing.
And it's just best to just say I like Jordan, man. I like Jordan. I think he to go. I just like the way he played the game. I don't think nobody played the game the way he did. That's it. It's very simple. Just like that. Just leave it like that.
Just say
But they
that.
can't
Yeah,
do that.
it's just
They can't
preference.
do that because
let me
because
throw you a
remember
deal.
you have to be secure in yourself to say that. Yeah, that means you have to say that you yourself validates what you're saying. They don't feel that good about themselves to validate what they're saying. That's why they always look for other people to validate what they're saying because they know themselves is not worthy enough. They know they're a piece of shits. They know they're zesty. So them just standing on their own loyals don't mean nothing. They have to have other people validate them because again, they don't believe in themselves. Go ahead, 2 cents.
I got a gem. Hey, you can use it too. Next time the Zesties get on you, say, look, you got a bachelor's degree, which is great. You did it, and actually you graduated early, which is Michael Jordan. That was good. LeBron
That's
has
it.
a PhD. He's a doctor of what you're talking about.
He's
A
Doctor. He's
bachelor
Doctor
is not
Cheyenne
enough.
Bryant. He's
It's
Doctor
not
Cheyenne
enough.
Bryant. He got to show. He got to show
Yeah.
that. He got to show.
Hey,
He got to show his credentials. LeBron got to show his
LeBron got
credentials.
his credentials right there. He is certified with most points and all this stuff. I'm like, dude, it doesn't even make any sense at this point to even actually argue or debate it. Now all you can do is be like, hey, so Michael Jordan ain't got a degree? No, sir. I said
Man, that shit ain't hard to
he has a
debate, bro.
bachelor degree. I'm saying it's
It
not
is, huh?
enough when you comparing it to
No, it ain't.
LeBron James. It's not enough.
There's
It
not
ain't
one.
hard
There's
to
not
debate.
one. There's not one Zesty Jeffrey that I know that could explain Jordan legitimate goat status.
Over
They
every
can't.
and key word, he got to be the GOAT over everybody, not just LeBron.
Yeah, yeah. He got a
They can't
bachelor's
do it.
with honors.
They can't
He got
do
a
it.
bachelor's with honors, Michael Jordan.
It ain't hard.
Yeah, he
Oh
got a
man.
bachelor's with
It's so
honors.
hard for 20
I
years.
mean,
Nobody's been
so
able
why
to do
can't you do it,
it.
huh?
How did Jerry McCain get
I
21
don't, I
shots in the ball
don't, I
game?
don't base my basketball conversations off this topic. But if I do a debate on it, I'm pretty sure I could hold my own in it.
It's gonna be the
Herm ain't gonna
same,
do
man.
no goat debate,
We're gonna get
man.
to talking about the fact that LeBron has the greatest career, and they're gonna come after that and tell you what they value, what they feel is better. But LeBron still has the greatest career, no matter what y'all value. Still got the greatest career.
Ever.
Lord have
And
mercy.
guess what? That's how you view. That's how you
I
view it.
know how I
I
view.
don't
And I
view
know
it
how
that
I
way.
view. Again, that's your feelings. But I'm not using
I mean,
feelings.
but
I
it
go
is
on
your
NBA.
feelings though.
It's
But
not my
but
feelings.
it
I go
is your
on,
feelings though.
so you telling me if I go on NBA.com right now and I get a screenshot of everything in Jordan's career and I compare that to everything in LeBron's career, and LeBron's career is gonna be far longer. You telling me that's my feelings?
That is your feelings.
And you wait
Her,
till
I will never.
Because look,
Her and I will
because
never entertain you again because that's just the dumbest thing
no, no, but because
I've
Ernest,
ever heard.
you should know this. You should know this with ease, bro.
Okay,
Hey,
you
You should
getting
Herm,
know
you
this.
serious,
That's
laid
yo.
back.
bad,
Hey,
Herm.
why you
Nah.
so
You should
laid
know.
back, Herm?
Nah, you should know this with
That's
ease,
bad,
bro.
Herm.
At the end of the day, homie, there's always gonna be someone that got a little more than you, but it doesn't mean that that person's actually better than you. It's the same
He has
thing
more
just in
than
regular
everybody.
workforce and regular jobs. Period. You could apply. That's why sports is so important. Anyway, you could apply the same logic to everyday life. And when you look at it, because this person has been a manager for 20 years compared to my 5. It doesn't mean that nigga that been a manager for 20 years been better than me in my 5. I could be better than that nigga in my
We,
5 years than he has been in his
we,
20
can,
years.
we
No
can make
matter
another
what credentials he
analogy.
done got as a manager for 20 years.
We can make it another analogy that's even more simple than
Nah,
that.
it just the
We can get
truth
the 10
though.
richest people.
It's the same thing.
We can
I
get
go
the
through
10
that now.
richest people.
It's a
Herm, you
nigga at
gotta
my
be talk,
job.
bro. Come
No,
on, bro. You can't
it's a
just keep
nigga at my
flabbergasting.
job. It's a nigga at my job now. Been doing this shit forever. I done came in right away. I done came in right away in a short amount of time, just as good as that man, and actually know more information than him. Yes, his credentials overall more than mine because he done did it longer, but I actually know more than that nigga now.
In 15 years, LeBron had more stuff than Jordan. In 15 years, by
In
2018.
15 years,
How you gonna compare
according to what
LeBron to the
you.
bum at your job? That don't make no sense.
Right.
Nah,
In
just saying though,
2018, LeBron had more
because
than Jordan. So you can't even speak longevity. Not just longevity.
because everybody not gonna play 20 plus years. Everybody not gonna be able to collect
Exactly.
Hey,
Be
cumulative
Herm,
accolades for
I got a
20
exactly.
question.
plus years. But that
I got
does
a
not
question
mean
for
that
you.
a nigga is better because he done just collected a whole bunch of stuff for
I
playing
got
a
a question
longer
That's
for you.
time.
exactly what that means. That's exactly what that means.
That's still
I
not
got a, I
describing
got a
whether
question for you
LeBron
though,
James
Herm.
could dribble, shoot,
I got a very
pass,
simple
Robert
all
question.
that
Players
better than
played
a
20
nigga
years. If
because
we
you
ain't
bringing up
comparing him,
credentials, man. I could
if,
I
look at
got,
the goddamn
bro,
tape
come
and see
on,
that
bro. You
Michael
gotta
Jordan
stop.
is
Just
more
Y'all
skilled
rambling
can't
than
now.
see no
LeBron
tape,
James.
man. There's
The
nothing in the
man is
Just
tape.
more
There's no
rambling.
skilled
tape
than
that shows
LeBron
Jordan's better
James,
than
man. It's
LeBron. That's not
not
a
it
tape.
Hey,
really
You
so the
have
game
one
was
a
tape.
discussion.
so the
Really
game
not
in the
a
regular
discussion.
season when he played against the Rockets and he was almost 100%. This man was very efficient, shooting shots, one missing
Very
layup,
efficient.
nothing.
Whoop dee
But he
doo.
missed.
It's a lot
Yes,
of
he was
efficient
90
niggas anyway.
and 41. He was 92%. Tell me how longevity got something to do with it.
I'm not bringing up. I'm just saying that's your talking point because that's what
It's
you
not a talking
use.
point. No,
That is your
you
talking
try
point. That's
you
what
telling
you
me
use.
you're telling me LeBron has the greatest career because of longevity. Okay,
And,
let's
and,
put
and, and, and
longevity
to
out.
be and to
False.
be
Let's take
honest,
Completely
longevity out.
false.
Ernest Penny Hardaway
Completely
way more
false.
skilled than LeBron.
If
Oh,
he
For as a
get
way
the
more
fuck
skilled
out
basketball
of
than
here,
player,
LeBron,
yeah,
man.
for as
These
a
niggas be
basketball
come on,
player,
man.
Penny
if he
more
more
skilled than
skilled than
Bron.
LeBron, then he more
Penny
skilled than
can't shoot
Jordan.
threes. Nigga, these niggas be bringing
Penny
up
can
nigga.
shoot threes. That's a
Nigga averaged
goddamn
20
lie.
points twice in his whole career. This
Penny can
nigga,
shoot
come on, man.
threes. Penny can
Penny,
shoot
these niggas
threes.
be bringing about
If
Penny
Penny
Hardaway, man. Nigga wanna hear
Penny
that
more
shit,
skilled than
man.
LeBron, then he more skilled than Jordan because LeBron is more skilled than Jordan.
Penny ain't even more
I
skilled than
always
Austin
said that
Reeves,
though,
man.
Ernest.
Austin Reeves got more
But I
skill than Penny
always said
Hardaway,
that though.
man.
I always said that
They wanna
about
hear
Penny.
that,
I just
man.
want to know what longevity got to do something with LeBron being 41 and 92% in a game at 41. What longevity got to do with it?
Hey man, end of the day,
Jordan couldn't
Jordan
do
is
that.
better. I could
The
look
how?
and see
Jordan,
and watch and look at what he did in a short amount of time
it's not
to the
factual.
value how
It's not
great he is
factual.
as a basketball. He
It's not factual.
dominated.
That's not
I
It's not
can't
factual.
you
factual.
can't point blank say
Never.
LeBron
That's a
Yes, I
lie.
can.
That's a
Yes, I
lie.
can. I can easily say
LeBron
LeBron
dominated.
dominated.
statistically,
Jordan
what?
dominated, bro.
Hold on. Hey,
Jordan
Jordan,
didn't
LeBron
dominate.
dominated for
And that's
20
the end of the day.
years.
No
What are
matter
you
how
talking
y'all
about?
Hold on.
LeBron ain't
Jordan
never
didn't dominate,
dominate,
bro.
man. He ain't
Hey,
never
hey,
Jordan
hey,
dominate.
dominated
Jordan
for
Herm.
10
dominated
years
for
in the
He
20
ain't
defense
years,
with
never
man.
dominated. Jordan
Hey,
dominated.
hey, hold on.
Jordan
Let me
didn't
Jordan ain't
my
dominate
licks.
nothing.
Hey, let
Jordan
me get my
dominated, my
licks on
nigga.
Herm too. Why he getting beat up right now? Hey,
Easy
Ah, man,
work.
I
hey,
don't never
look.
get beat up.
No,
Easy. This
no,
shit
okay,
is easy.
yeah, but what?
Yeah, I don't never
Hey,
get beat up. I do
you
the
saying
ass
look?
whoopings. Yeah,
No,
I
no,
whoop
look.
ass.
Hey, hold on.
Bro,
We
you're
get beat
getting
up in
cooked right
I
now,
Wait,
whoop
bro.
Herb.
ass. That's what
Hey,
I
let me
do.
get my little lick
Just
in.
accept it.
I want to hit you in the ribs
You,
real
You
quick.
just
y'all
Hold
said
some
on, hold
Penny
damn
on.
is more
idiots.
skilled than LeBron, and this shit's
Hey,
recorded.
Herb,
It
we don't
sounds
do
hey,
stupid
shit.
as hell.
wait
Oh,
a minute.
he said
Hey,
Grant Hill was
Herb.
better than Pippen in '95.
He
Yeah.
was.
Hey, hold
Hell
You
on.
just be
no.
fucking yapping, Herm.
He
You just be
was.
Hell
fucking
no.
yapping.
Yeah,
Herb.
you be
Grant
talking,
You
Hill
just
bro.
was
fuck.
that nigga.
Wrong
Just be
night.
yapping,
Say
Wrong
some
night,
man.
fucking
Herb.
That's what I be
basketball shit
Hey, let me
saying.
get
too.
Toxic
Herb
for
right
no
quick.
reason.
Some bullshit.
I
Hey,
ain't
let me
Gotta
get
saying
Herb
lie.
right
toxic.
Bullshit.
quick.
That's
I
fucking.
just
Hey,
know the
son,
game,
That's so
man.
you
fucking
know, you said it the
disrespectful.
best. They do
Hey,
this because Jordan
I
career
just
is
know how
gone.
to analyze talent.
yeah, but hold
Shit.
on, Herb. You said
Bullshit.
some
I know how to
things.
analyze talent. That's all.
Hey,
I
hey,
mean, I
Herm,
can't.
hey,
I can't
Herm,
help
Shit.
that
hey, Herm,
y'all
I gotta
can't
ask you something,
analyze
Herm.
talent.
Herm, I gotta ask you something, bro.
What's that?
He about to
Bro,
get jumped.
now, do you have LeBron or Kobe like number two? Cause,
I
cause
got
one time,
Kareem number two.
not even number two. I'm saying, who do you have higher? Because one year I hear you saying LeBron,
No,
then the
nah,
next time I hear you saying Kobe.
I always say this. My preference would be Kobe, but when I analyze everything in totality, I cannot put Kobe over LeBron James. But my preference is Kobe Bryant. But
That don't make no
LeBron
sense.
James got a better career than Kobe, so yes, I will put LeBron over Kobe.
That don't make any
But in
sense,
my
Herm.
opinion, I think Kobe is more talented of a basketball player than LeBron
How?
James.
So
Yeah.
you're admitting that your
How?
feelings for Kobe can't be backed by facts.
Right.
Easy.
I could back it if you if 'cause I don't want
You just
numerous
said you
debates
can't.
with
You
Kobe
just said
Bryant
it's your
versus
personal
LeBron.
preference, even though you know LeBron's
I
better. You
mean,
just
but
said that.
I
So
don't
I don't want
want
to hear no
numerous
more
shit,
bullshit or
man.
excuses from you right now.
LeBron's better at
Come on,
basketball than
Kobe.
Kobe, man. Simple and
You,
plain, man.
Exactly. And you
Come
just
on.
fucking admitted
Hey,
it too.
Herm, you
Why
right,
you
I
bro.
wanna
put it
why you
like
gotta
this.
fucking
I
lie
put it
about
like
it?
this. I could whoop a nigga ass in that debate any given day of the week. Whoever want the smoke can
Hell
get the
no,
smoke,
man.
and I
In what
win Kobe
debate?
Bryant
Wow.
versus LeBron again. I
Man,
did it. I
Why
did
can't
it
you just fuck
twice.
it? Every
I
time
do
you
it
get
for a
cooked, you
third
want to call
time.
someone out for a debate because you
I'm
Hey,
just
you
want to
think
spend
undefeated
a
with
every
couple
time
Kobe
you get
minutes
Bryant,
LeBron, you
man.
can whoop
over here
anybody in
saying
the
all
debate?
this
I'm
dumb
undefeated
shit.
with Kobe. Just know that
Saying
I'm
all this
undefeated
dumb
with
I,
Kobe.
shit.
I
I,
can't
Now
I,
put
you want
I,
LeBron
to, hey,
over
I want
Kobe
to
though,
debate. I
man.
want to debate. Now, just stick to what the fuck you're
I ain't
saying
never
right now.
seen you get punched on like this. But I just want to say my piece, and you do what you think, do your thing. But here's what we look. Sometimes over here on this, is why I like the channel is because some people got opinions, but their opinion is rooted in facts. See, and then you say, well, you think because you did something for a long time, as if LeBron didn't do nothing, like he was, now I ain't say Robert Parrish, but he played a long time. We're not talking about him. This guy actually accomplished things throughout his whole entire career. But guess what? It's 2026. All these AIs and all, I tell you what, go argue with them, put in all the data, and they're not biased. So guess what? Watch what it says. And I already did it. That's why I'm actually telling you to do it now. But it's coming out. It's the AIA. Just put in the information and not, oh, I like how he wore his shorts or I like how he had his hair or something. That's subjective. People over here be trying to talk objective, but we respect people's opinions, just like we're respecting your opinion on everything that you're saying, but we know it's just an opinion and we move along accordingly.
Man, 2 cents. If you break down every category of basketball, if you break down every category, fuck all the stats. Fuck all the stats. They don't exist. You break down every category of basketball. You telling me LeBron James is better than Kobe Bryant in
Yeah,
every
Yes.
aspect of
Yes.
basketball.
yeah.
Yes.
Post
Yes.
Okay, how
No,
are you
he's
defense,
not.
grading them then?
perimeter
Hey,
Yes.
Herm,
defense,
I'm with
Break
you,
them
Herm.
down.
I'm with
Okay,
Yes.
you,
how do
Herm.
how do
shooting.
you grade them?
Yes.
I'm with
You
you,
could
Herm.
grade
Yeah, break it
all
Yes.
down
that
right
if you
now.
break
You
down
take
every
out the
skill of
stats.
Yes.
basketball. Y'all
Let's
a
start. Go
damn
ahead,
lie.
Herm. Let's start.
Y'all a
Let's
Hey,
start.
damn
Let's
Herm,
start.
lie.
What's
hey,
the
Herm,
Y'all
this
a
first
is
one?
a
What's
damn
the
losing
first
lie.
battle,
one?
bro.
Y'all really a
Look at the
What's
damn
the
name
lie.
first one?
of
That's
What's
the
the first
podcast.
one? What's the
Goat James
y'all
Kingdom.
What's
We
the
niggas a
ain't
first
gonna
damn
lose
one?
this
lie.
battle.
What's the
You
first
know,
one? What's the
oh,
first
when it comes to
aspect?
dribbling the basketball, who dribbles? Who's a better dribbler of the
LeBron's better.
basketball? That's a
LeBron
LeBron's
is a
damn
better
better.
lie.
dribbler.
That's a
LeBron
damn lie.
James.
LeBron is.
That's a
2000,
damn
LeBron
lie.
what
James.
version of
Kobe
Kobe is
Bryant is
You
a
better
don't
than
better
watch
2000
film.
dribbler of the
LeBron?
basketball.
There's a
What
reason
version of
LeBron can
Kobe
get
is
to the
better than
paint
2000
at will.
That's
Kobe got to
LeBron
take
a
a whole
better
bunch of
dribbler when
fucking
he
jumpers because
bounces the
Kobe can't
ball
get
off
by
his
his
feet all
man.
the
It's
fucking
on the
time.
film.
Okay, let's keep
going
going.
to
He
dribbling?
can't even,
Keep
he
going.
can't even take his man off the
no. Before we do,
dribble, nigga.
remember tonight's show again. Remember tonight's show is about knowing basketball. Just saying Kobe could dribble, you have to explain what's the point of dribbling, because that's the thing. Zesties don't know what dribbling
Kobe got
is.
a
They
better
don't know the
handle. He got
purpose
a
of
better
dribbling.
handle. That nigga got a better
What's
handle
the
than
purpose
LeBron.
of
He got a
dribbling?
better handle than LeBron,
What
bro.
is the purpose of dribbling the basketball, sir?
He got a better
What's the
handle. He got
purpose
a
of
better
dribbling?
handle. Don't try to switch up the conversation now. I feel like
Answer
you
the
gotta break
question.
it down.
Okay,
You gotta break down
Herm's
steals.
not gonna answer the question. Ace
Nah, but
Boogie,
y'all,
what's the
and that's
purpose
not
of
answering the
dribbling?
question. When we break it down skills and y'all niggas trying to
It's
change
to
the
make.
Okay,
goalposts
so
Hey,
and
you
then
have
we
to
Mookie,
trying to
Kobe
break
doesn't
explain
it
make
the
down.
skill.
plays
You
like
and you
Ain't
said
had to
LeBron.
break down
explain.
the skill.
We know
Herm, I'm not
who's a
finna
better
yell
ball
over you,
handler.
Herm. I'm not finna yell over you, Herm. You're gonna accept the challenge. You're gonna accept it because you said you could do it. So let's do it. We're not gonna talk stats. We're gonna talk basketball. What is dribbling? We need to understand that so we can understand why Kobe is better. So explain to us,
Kobe got a better
any one of
left
you
hand
two
than
Kobe
LeBron
fans,
James. Kobe got a better
that
left
has
hand than LeBron James. Kobe could dribble between his legs better than LeBron James.
Oh my
Kobe Bryant
God.
has a better crossover than LeBron James. Kobe can actually create more offense with his handle than LeBron James. Yeah,
No, we
things
can't.
like that, man.
Based
Nigga,
on
sir,
numbers,
easy, nigga.
based on
Easy, nigga.
what,
Yeah,
sir,
shit
nigga?
hard. Y'all know LeBron's a better
naming what
dribbler
you think
of
he
a
does,
basketball.
naming what he does
You
better
know
does
he's a
not
better dribbler
explain
of the
dribbling.
basketball, man.
There's nothing about
Y'all niggas
basketball
in
that
y'all
says you have to
feelings for
dribble with your
what?
left hand. There's nothing about basketball that says you must dribble between your legs. Again,
Nigga, we
explain
talking
the
about
point of
skills, nigga. That's what we
dribbling.
talking about,
Okay,
skills.
explain the skill of dribbling. What is the purpose of dribbling the basketball? This is very one-on-one. This is very easy.
Ajani,
Shouldn't be that fucking
Ajani,
hard if Kobe Bryant's so fucking great at it. What
Ajani.
is the
Herb, the
purpose
answer is
of
to get to your
dribbling
spot,
a
bro.
basketball?
Johnny,
I
come
think
on.
To
LeBron
get to
the
your
ball
Kobe
spot,
with the
is
ball
a
bro.
more skilled
outside,
player than
Kobe
You
LeBron
see
has
how
James.
easy
more.
that was? You
Nah,
see how easy
this is
that
this.
was?
Nope,
Young,
nope,
young,
nope,
young
nope.
disciple
But
said
Kobe
it best.
has more
YD said it
ball
best.
control.
To
He can change the
dribble
pace better than
to a
LeBron
spot.
James.
Who can
Kobe
get to
Bryant
their
got
spot
all
better?
that. Kobe
LeBron
Bryant
James
got
or
all that.
Kobe by
Had
dribbling the
better ball
basketball?
control. He
No, he
can change
doesn't.
pace better
No,
than
he
LeBron with
Herm.
his handle.
Herm, you're not answering the question, so I'm going to mute you. Who can move the ball back by dribbling the basketball better, meaning getting past their opponent, which is why you dribble, because you want to get past your opponent because there's somebody guarding you. You also want to dribble the ball to a spot to where you can either make a pass or shoot an open shot or get the most high efficient
No, you
shot.
also
Who
gotta
gets
have footwork. You also gotta have footwork and everything,
Herm?
hey John. It's more
What
it's more to
footwork, Herm?
dribbling
You're
than what you
dribbling a
realize. You gotta
basketball,
have
Herm.
footwork and everything. Yes,
Footwork
indeed, you
is
gotta have
Nah,
pivot.
all that.
bro. You
All
That's
only
that
need
picking
matter.
footwork
up
when
your
you stop dribbling
dribble,
the ball.
Herm. You
Changing
already,
direction,
Herm,
all that matter.
Herm. You can't do none of that without dribbling.
Yes, you can, motherfucker. You gotta have footwork to dribble, nigga. If you ain't got no,
No,
Herm, you
footwork is
must
once you
dribble
start
how the
to
hell you
dribbling,
gonna
bro.
work.
cross over somebody with no
Herm,
footwork, hey
you
John?
must, Herm, you
How the hell
must
you gonna cross over
dribble.
somebody with no footwork?
You don't have to call somebody over to have dribbling skills.
Just the fuck you do. Cause how the fuck
No,
you
you
gonna get
don't. No, you. That's what
how
I'm
the
saying. That
fuck
way,
you go?
you,
How the fuck you gonna play in the NBA with that without having a crossover? How?
Herm, you
How
do
you gonna
not
play
have
in
to.
this era of
Herm,
basketball without being able to cross
Herm,
over left and right?
plenty,
What the
plenty
hell you
of,
talking about?
Herm,
You ain't never
plenty
seen
of,
bro cross over here?
You must ain't
Herm.
seen that
Y'all
80
some
night.
damn fools.
That's why it's so stupid. That's why it's so stupid. Because
Hey,
LeBron
let me
James
ask him
has
a
a
question.
crossover. LeBron can go between his legs.
It
LeBron
ain't
goes
Hey,
better
around
than
the
Kobe.
defender.
It
Oh wait,
ain't
oh
better
wait.
than Kobe.
I seen
LeBron gets
LeBron
to
take over.
LeBron gets to his spots better than Kobe does. He
No, he
gets
That's a
to
does
the
different.
not,
That's
rim
bro.
better
another
than Kobe
damn
No,
does.
he
matter.
does
You
He
don't.
not.
gets more
Johnny.
he
No,
gets
he
more
does not.
open shot. Yes, he does. He gets more
No, he
open
does not,
shots
bro.
Outside,
than Kobe does. Yes,
Look,
he
Kobe
does.
Bryant is
He
way more
does that.
skilled.
Kobe
He
has
gets
more counters. Kobe Bryant can change
counters
direction
is
better
not
than LeBron.
dribbling. We're talking
Kobe has
about
better footwork than
Bye,
LeBron.
Herm. Bye, Herm. This is why we say y'all are toxic. Because now we're trying to talk basketball, but you don't want to let basketball be discussed because you're getting eaten alive. You talking about you don't want to talk stats. We're not talking stats. Kobe cannot dribble past his defender better than LeBron.
That's a
Kobe
damn
can't get
lie.
to his spots
That's a
for an
damn lie.
open spot better. He can't.
That's a
He
lie, bro.
can't.
He's
LeBron
one
gets
of
to
the
the
most
rim.
skilled players in the NBA.
He's the most
What
Sir,
what?
the fuck are you talking about,
Kobe Bryant does not get to the basket more
bro?
than LeBron
When when it
James,
comes to
it's there.
stepping, up and under, spin moves, he was the most
Pivot
player in the NBA.
bro.
Pivot is not getting to the basket. That's spinning on one foot.
Who
That's
created
not
space for the
moving.
shot? Who created space
Ace
for the shots
Boogie.
more than
Ace
the dumb
Boogie.
guy?
Y'all,
once
see, this is
you
what I say. This is
stop
why y'all
dribbling a bit,
toxic,
bro.
man. Stop unmuting yourself. Pivoting is not moving. You're not moving. You don't need to dribble to pivot.
That's
In
footwork.
fact,
That is
pivoting
footwork,
is
bro.
that's
my
not what we're
God.
talking about. We're talking about dribbling.
Bro,
Stop
his
bringing up
dribble
stuff
is
we're
way
not
better
talking
than
about.
LeBron James.
We're talking about dribbling. Kobe can't dribble past his man better than LeBron can.
Yes, he
Kobe
can.
can't get to
Yes,
a
he can.
spot and get an open shot
Hey,
like
so
LeBron can.
Kobe
Kobe can't
Bryant
dribble
created
to a
space.
spot and make a pass
Kobe
like
Bryant was the best
LeBron can.
space player
So
for his time.
dribbling the basketball is not on Kobe's side. Next topic.
Nobody created space better than Kobe Bryant when he
Ace
was getting his
Boogie,
shot
False.
at.
Ace Boogie, Ace Boogie.
False.
What would you say is
That's part
easier,
of
bro?
fucking dribbling, bro.
Bro,
False.
what would you
Who
say is
created space
easier,
better than
bro?
Kobe Bryant in the
Taking two
thousand? Tell
dribbles
me right
and
now.
picking up.
Kobe
Who
took the
created
most
space better than
contested
Kobe Bryant in the
shots.
two?
Kobe took the most contested shots, which shows you he wasn't taking open shots. He took the most contested shots.
Now
That
you
means
don't
he's
know how
not
to shoot, bro.
open.
I didn't ask that who created the best.
Again, you can't create an open shot if it's contested.
You sound dumb as hell. A jab step, a step back, a shifty movement. That's how you create space, bro. Nobody did it
Bro,
better than
we
Kobe
talking about
Bryant.
dribble,
It
though.
don't matter. All that space and they were still being contested.
I got a question for you, Ace Boogie.
What's
Tell
up, man?
me the time that
I got a
Kobe
question after
displayed
you,
better
bro.
handles than LeBron in 2009.
You said what?
Tell me a time Kobe had better handles and displayed better dribbling than LeBron in 2009.
He can't.
He
He's
beat
not.
the
He's
Orlando
gonna
Magic
tell you
for
it
the
doesn't
championship.
matter.
Well, he beat the same Orlando
See?
Magic that LeBron
See,
James had.
look, he's
So
not
he
gonna
the
talk about
championship.
dribbling, bro. Like
I see what
we're supposed to be
That's
talking
fine.
about basketball, man.
He used his dribble to beat Dwight Howard in Orlando Magic, the same Orlando Magic that whooped on LeBron James and took him out the
That's
playoffs.
not what happened. YD, what's your question, man? Y'all don't know why y'all be asking these Zesty City questions, man. They
He asked me
stop
a question,
asking
I
questions.
answered it.
Tell them the
I just
truth. No,
want,
but that's not the truth.
I just
told
wanted,
you.
I just wanted to ask him, like which one would he deem easier to do? Take two dribbles and pull up, or dribble from the 3-point line all the way to the basket to finish? Which one would he say is easier?
Take these dribbles and pull up.
Yeah, you know, Kobe game mostly was two dribble pull up.
Exactly.
Are you
That's not
serious?
better. That's not better than LeBron. That's not better than LeBron. That's not more skills than LeBron.
I didn't say that's all Kobe did, bro. I'm saying that's what he's known for.
That is his game.
Kobe's known for doing shit that you don't know what the fuck he's about to do. That's one of the things Kobe was best known for. You don't know what he's about to do.
We are talking about skills. So Kobe dribbling skills are not better than
left
LeBron.
on the basketball court.
The point,
you don't know what Kobe's about to do. With LeBron James, you know exactly what he's about to do. He's either going to pass the ball to somebody, or he's going to, since he's not a good free throw shooter, he's going to probably
Kobe's going to shoot. That's it. Kobe's just going to shoot. All Kobe's going to do is shoot.
Kobe Bryant,
bro,
you don't know
that
what
free
the
throw,
fuck he's going to
that
do.
free throw shit. Hey, just so everybody know, that free throw shit is bogus. Because if you do a deep dive, bro, you will see, nigga, that Kobe in the clutch. Cause you talk about LeBron don't want to shoot free throws. In the clutch, nigga, Kobe free throw percentage go down. LeBron's go up.
And that's not the point. We're talking about skills. We got past the dribbling. Kobe cannot dribble better than LeBron. The point of dribbling a basketball is to get an open shot, a good pass, or get a shot at the basket, a high efficient shot. LeBron does all three better than Kobe. That's just facts. What's next? What's next? What's next? What other skill Kobe Bryant has LeBron James is not better at? Even shooting. LeBron's better at shooting the basketball than Kobe Bryant.
Playing defense is a skill. Do you know that?
Yeah.
And LeBron's a better defender. And LeBron's a better defender.
To be able to put your hands in the passing lane is a skill. So are you telling me
LeBron is
a
better at
defender than Kobe Bryant?
Yes.
You don't know anything about basketball, bro. Real talk.
Why? Okay, so you know what? So go somewhere where you can talk basketball with somebody who you think could talk basketball. That's why I get tired of y'all. Y'all see how toxic it got as soon as we start talking about Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan and their flaws. They have to lie. They can't talk basketball. They're toxic. They're the casuals in basketball. Just because he can't prove that Kobe Bryant's a better defender. He's gonna say he said Kobe Bryant was able to dribble better than LeBron James because he won a championship, ladies and gentlemen. Think about that. These are the conversations that they be trying to have. It's all to have the one up. They can't accept these things. So when they lose a debate or a portion of the conversation, they bring something else involved so that they can feel better about themselves. So they're gonna bring up championships and this and that, and LeBron choking just to feel better because they are being exposed. Man, that's what tonight's show is about. You guys got to start talking basketball. Kobe does not do anything better on the basketball court than LeBron James besides shoot free throws. That's it.
You held
That's
the night,
it.
Ajani. You held the night. I didn't think you would do that.
This started when I told Herm that when you look up their careers, LeBron factually has the greatest career. And I said, what he gonna respond with? How
The problem
feel?
is we can't have the conversation. The problem is we can't have the conversation. We let Herm go through his spiel. As soon as I started talking, Herm like, nah. You can't always interrupt the conversation. It's fine if y'all don't want an echo chamber on a Friday night, but let the conversation happen. You can't be the dominant factor and trying to debo us when we're trying to talk. And or when we put you on the spot for some shit that you fucking said. You said it. Stand on it. If not, go do some push-ups. Because nobody's here. No.
Hey, Johnny, think about it. You can't see. You have to move the goalpost each time to make what they're saying right. Because I understood what you. I thought you was gonna give him the dribble. I say Kobe is more shifty than LeBron, but I didn't say that he was a better dribbler. I would have gave him that. Okay,
Never.
yeah, Kobe is
You can't give him that.
shifty. He's 6'6" and he's 6'9", 6'8", 6'9". So okay, I would have gave him that, bro. You cutting heads off tonight. Oh my goodness,
bro. We heard. Hold on, wait. We heard of the Kobe stopper. Everybody was a Kobe stopper. Never. There's no such thing as a LeBron stopper. There's nobody stopping LeBron one-on-one. LeBron dribbling around you. You can't stay in front of LeBron James. That means he can dribble. Not just the chase down. We're talking about dribbling the basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't. No, listen. You cannot move with the basketball without dribbling the basketball. So if LeBron James is dribbling past his defenders, he is more skilled at dribbling. There is a defender preventing him from actually dribbling the basketball. LeBron James is still able to do it. He's not bulldozing his way through people. He's not pushing people out the way. He's going around defenders like you're supposed to. That's the point of dribbling the basketball. Not only that, he dribbles to the spots to make the pass, to get an open shot, or to get the highest efficient shot. Better than Kobe. That's the point of dribbling. Like, that's the point of being. It's not about dribbling between your legs, going around the back, dribbling with your elbows or whatever, doing some sham guard move. It's not about that. It is not about that. That's not what dribbling's all about. And LeBron has all those moves. Behind the back, crossover, left to right, right to left. Like, he has all of that. Kobe does not have better handles than LeBron. Just stop it.
I wish I had Podbean number or whatever. Yeah, hey, yeah. You talking about some pushback. Hey, you get it right now. I don't know how long the show gonna go on tonight, but I appreciate it on Fridays. But yeah, people like Pies King, he can go back and forth like Herm was doing. And it is what it is, man.
It's not about going back and forth. Listen, I got nothing but respect for Herm. But tonight's show was exactly about that, the toxicity that they bring. Now he wants to be toxic. He's doing exactly what I said they have to do to have this debate. They have to bring in their feelings and how they think. And now all of a sudden, if we don't think Kobe got better handles than LeBron, we're just glazing LeBron. No, we're just telling you by basketball terminology, LeBron's better. I'm not telling you LeBron's better because I think he's better, or I feel he's better, or because I saw he was better. It's just there. He's better at getting to the rim. He's better at getting his shot. He's better at finding his teammates. That makes him a better ball handler. Like, what else do you want me to say? Like, so being like them would be me telling you that LeBron James is a better mid-range shooter than Kobe. When he's not. But he's a better overall shooter than Kobe because shooting is not just mid-range. And that's the type of conversations they be wanting to have. LeBron's a better three-point shooter than Kobe Bryant. He's a better at finisher than Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant's better at just mid-range shooting. That's it.
man done had 2 careers. Just think about how long he's playing. The man literally is having 2 careers. You got a chance to see the genesis of this man. I watched LeBron come out the box. Man, it was phenomenal. And all the old heads hated on him. So I get it. That's what you gotta take when you're young. You gotta take that. But man, I saw Michael and I saw LeBron. No, LeBron, man, God.
This Herm comment is too zesty right now.
Yeah, he says better footwork, mid-range post. Kobe's not a better post-up guy than a LeBron.
Man.
Taking a contested fadeaway mid-range shot is not a good basketball play.
It's not. These niggas don't know shit.
It's not a good play.
They always complain LeBron waits to get a smaller defender on him to switch and then backs him down. That's good. That's smart basketball. That's something that y'all complaining about. Now you want to say he doesn't post up. Like, which one is it?
Yeah, you look stupid like Wendy.
If you want to say Kobe got better footwork than LeBron, that's a skill Kobe has. Okay, footwork. That's all the little pivot shit, all that shit, the counter moves. Okay, Kobe's better than LeBron there. What else, Herm? I give you footwork, Herm. I give you footwork, Herm. What else you want?
I might not give him that, but I don't mind because LeBron has so much other shit over him. Give him footwork.
No, but LeBron doesn't suck at it. Kobe's better at LeBron because he got better footwork. Because again, he can't dribble better than LeBron. So when he picks up his dribble, he better have something else.
That's what they don't understand. Because
when LeBron picks up the ball, exactly. When LeBron picks up the ball, it's gonna be the right decision. It's gonna be a pass for an assist, or it's gonna be an actual dunk on your ass, or an open
both sides of the ball too. We're not just talking about points per game. We're not just talking about scoring. We're talking about basketball.
What else you got? What else you got?
He said versatility. He's better at off-ball scoring, triple threat, and then handle creativity, whatever the fuck that means.
Triple threat. He's not better at triple threat. Scoring versatility, no. LeBron's the better three-way scorer. We already established that. Off-ball scoring technique, again, making shit up. What the fuck does that mean?
He's talking about the triangle.
He runs the defense. Scoring technique, sir. Who doesn't know how to run around screens in a professional basketball level? Who doesn't know how to run a play? All off-ball basketball is running a play that was drawn up. It's not like there's some special sense that you have as a player that you know how to do something that no one else has to do. There's plays you're running. You're supposed to run around that screen. You're supposed to stand there. You're supposed to run here. What are you talking about?
Nothing. Whole lot of nothing.
LeBron's a bigger lob threat than Kobe Bryant. He's better to catch and shoot than Kobe Bryant. Better
at getting to the basket.
Triple threat. Triple threat is the footwork. We already talked about that. We gave Kobe the footwork.
They already know this data. See, look, I'm
Did
not
he just say off-ball? Oh my god!
We say, hey.
Yes, he said off-ball technique, scoring, off-ball scoring technique.
Yeah, that makes
what does
no
that
sense.
mean?
I don't know what film they be watching.
He's not.
Now we're talking about defense. Kobe could slide his feet better than LeBron.
Defense is a part of athleticism. It's athleticism, it's size, it's IQ. LeBron has the better athleticism than Kobe Bryant. He had the better size than Kobe Bryant. Now we can argue about the IQ. We all know Kobe was smart, so was LeBron James. So even if we gave Kobe that, 3 out of the 2 categories for defense are going to be LeBron. To play good on-ball defense, you must have quickness and athleticism LeBron has over Kobe. You must have strength and size LeBron has over Kobe. And you have to have the IQ. LeBron has that. So again, the on-ball defense is also LeBron James. I'm talking basketball, not stats. Better mirror footwork defensively. More gobbledygook. Mirror footwork.
Yeah.
More disciplined point of attack defense in his prime. Again,
this is worse than point of attack. What's he talking about?
Point of attack is the same thing as on-ball perimeter defense, sir. A point of attack defender is playing on-ball perimeter defense. It's the same exact thing. Great defensive intensity, possession to possession.
Yep.
Stamina?
He's been on Visions Live too much to think that this is He's been on Superstar and the Super Zesty Live to think that this shit's gonna fly over here. This is some
Look, tell me Kobe Bryant.
He,
Tell me Kobe
he
Bryant
was just in
signature
Superstar
defensive.
Live earlier.
Yeah,
Tell
it's
me Kobe
recorded.
Bryant
And
signature
Superstar kicked
defensive
you in
stop.
1 minute because he was actually trying to talk basketball, not let a twin.
Yeah.
How good Jeffrey is at basketball.
Yeah. Hey, for all
This
the Kobe
fool
fans,
said
tell me his
Jordan was the
signature
greatest
defensive
winner.
stop.
How he don't even, man, they so dumb, bro. I don't even want to repeat this shit.
And that shit,
Herm is
it's
trolling, and
crazy.
it's sad because I really wanted to have this conversation with Herm. I thought we were really gonna be able to have this conversation tonight.
You
But
should
he
make him
started
super
trolling.
chat to say that dumb stuff.
I don't think he's trolling. This is how he feels. He's telling us how he feels. He don't want to talk basketball, so he's telling us his feelings.
He said mirror footwork. I'm telling you,
Mirror
Herm
footwork?
be coming over.
It's when you practice basketball in the mirror. That's what he's talking about.
In your garage, nobody looking.
Yeah. Hey, but hey, tell me Kobe Bryant
I ain't even giving
Set
that.
it up, Herm, set it up. Let's show him how we can have this debate, so we can do this. Please bring up the same talking points. Please bring up mirror footwork. What was the other shit he brought up? What was the other shit he said?
Please do say talking points.
Please, Herm, set it up, Herm. Herm, it said mirror footwork. What else did you bring? What else did you bring to this? Great defensive intensity, possession by possession. I wonder how they measure intensity. I
Bro,
wonder how
we just
intensity is
watched
measured in
John, you
basketball.
joined us. We just watched Rip Hamilton drop 31 points in a 20-point blowout in the NBA
Off ball.
Finals on Kobe's head.
Make sure you bring this phrase too. Off ball scoring technique.
Nobody on the Pistons.
Your mic is going in and out. Ochi, your mic is muffled up.
Hey,
no, I got it.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I can't hear him if he's saying something.
This is funny to me, man. Because again, I don't mind guys having their quote unquote feelings about the game as long as they establish that as that and just say, hey, this is how I feel, y'all. Don't hate on me, and I don't care how you feel, but this is how I feel. But the problem with them is that they want you to tell them how you feel so they can make fun of you and then turn around and tell you how they feel.
He was trying to tell Ernest that what he was saying was his feelings. Like, no, he was just telling you facts about LeBron accomplishing the most. And you said, that's bad for you. That's just like, Herb, you're just dumb, bro. You can't process information. Like Ajani says, bro. You had 10 teachers in the classroom.
A place in there's place in the dish.
I don't get.
No, my bad, Ernest. You had some background noise. My bad. I didn't mean to mute you. Go ahead.
Yeah, my bad. I was about to microwave. Yeah, that's what I said. Like once you get to telling them, once you get to telling them about facts, that's on NBA.com. All they gonna respond with is how they feel, what they think. Meanwhile, the facts stated that's on NBA.com, you can prove still exists.
No, we're not gonna talk stats. That's why I wanted this conversation because I was gonna avoid the stats with him. We were just gonna talk basketball, right? Without the stats, we were just gonna literally talk the game. We were gonna have some real, and we're gonna talk about skill level, being better at basketball. This would have been a perfect conversation. But then he had to muck it up with a bunch of silly stuff, not letting people talk. Because I wanted to talk about because I asked him a very simple question. I asked him, can you define what dribbling means so that everybody can understand why you think Kobe Bryant's better at it? He couldn't do it. He started talking about triple threats and pivots.
Oh my God. But I get to tell you that Kobe gets lost on every screen, that he has trouble saying. I don't got to tell you how many that Rip Hamilton had 31 points on 50%. I get to tell you how Kobe looked out there, not being able to slide his feet, having a hand check a nigga like Chauncey Billups. And just like no matter who he's matched up on, he just gets lost on the play. And they find a way to get open while Kobe's guarding. Like, what else do you want from me? That's in his prime, by the way. LeBron at 41 is playing better, more high IQ defense right now.
Damn, the Spurs got their butt kicked.
I got a good one for you for the Zesty. But this for Kobe right now. Tell me the signature defensive stops that Kobe is known for. Because I already know what LeBron do. It kind of, because I'm old school, it pissed me off. Yeah, LeBron took the rings. Yeah, but I ain't no hater. See, that's the difference. I ain't no hater. I saw the man, he passed the torch, and it's a better man now. It is what it is. My dad don't sit on hate on me because I got a better job and I make more money than he ever made in his life type deal. You know, that's just hater stuff. Hater,
With LeBron, what do you want?
It's not. It's not.
You want his chase down block on 2016 finals? You wanted it against Oladipo in 2018? Do you want his block on Thiago Splitter in 2013? Do you want him locking up Derrick Rose in the fourth quarter? Tony Parker? What do you want? What defensive?
No, hold on. You talking about who? You say Kobe? That's Kobe.
Man, we ain't even got to talk. Just put the film on.
No, I'm talking about what's Kobe Bryant's signature.
All LeBron. LeBron way better defender.
Yeah, no. Kobe don't have no signature defensive
He
style.
was naming. I was like, wait a minute. He's talking
nope.
about LeBron.
He talking about LeBron.
Yeah,
he's naming LeBron. Yeah, Kobe don't have that.
Multiple.
I know why
Kobe don't even have one.
Bro, I ain't crazy.
You cooked on that.
Yeah, I'm cool on that. I know where I'm at. I'm not at the Republican Party convention, and I'm a Democrat.
Man, don't they ever get tired of repeating this stuff every day just to get proven wrong?
Yeah.
Damn.
No, because they're obsessed with it. Get it? They're toxic.
Yeah.
It's toxicity, man.
My talking point. I love it. That's why I
can't even.
The all defensive first team was announced.
Hey, Ajani, hey, put that
Bam made the all defensive team.
Back up.
OG Anunoby made the all defensive team. Oh man.
Nice.
Holmgren and Wallace made the all defensive team. I was wondering if Holmgren was going to make the all defensive team.
You see, this nigga's getting cookies crying in the comments.
Yeah, no, Chet be doing this.
Herm gonna be on Visions and Superstars Live with pom-poms on, agreeing with the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. Who the fuck are you to tell me I'm a cheerleader, nigga? Everything I just told you is my original thought. Actually fucking see.
Yeah, I'm glad they put OG on the team. Yeah, I'm glad OG made the team, man. It's about time OG made the all defensive team again. They put Dyson Daniels on it. I think the first team was Wemby, Holmgren, Rudy Gobert. Yeah, I forgot who the other two guys was. Let me go see.
Big man, I love that. That's what I like to do.
Yeah.
Apparently we don't have big men no more.
They taking big men there. Now more big men can make the all defensive team.
Right.
Awesome.
The win shares.
Three of them were actually. Oh my goodness, they were playing great defense all year. I seen that shit in the playoffs.
Hey, Wemby looked like a little boy playing against Wemby. Hey, you know what? Before he
I didn't want to accept it at first because I'm still caught up. Derrick Rose, one of my favorite, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm starting to, man, Wemby. I don't even care if he lose, but he's starting to be my second favorite, bro.
He is incredible.
Yeah, I like Wemby.
There's only a few guys that come out to shoot that fast. Derrick Rose.
And also, he say LeBron to go.
Who?
Wemby thinks LeBron's the GOAT.
Oh, yeah. He should.
He got some sense.
I wouldn't do it while I'm competing, but yeah.
Wemby don't play like Jeffrey at all. He plays real basketball. He's not just gambling for stats and bullshit on the court.
And he actually can guard. We can go to the film and watch it. We don't have to tell no myths. No myths.
Yeah, Wemby, you know, when you're in San Antonio, you got to understand what type of players they want. When I think of Tim Duncan, most people think of his offensive prowess in his range. He was a great defensive player. People don't really recognize
he's starting to become my favorite, especially because I don't.
Basketball fans don't care about defense.
Okay, all right. So the all defensive team, first team was Rudy Gobert, Holmgren, Asar Thompson, Wemby, and Derek White. The second team was Bam, OG, Scotty Barnes, Dyson Daniels, and Cason Wallace.
Lakers players.
Yeah, Wemby got all first place votes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, good job,
unfortunately
Bam.
for Wemby, he has to play. SBA is not a.
You think Bam gonna end up leaving Miami?
Hell no. No? Stephen Castle just missed it. Amin Thompson just missed it. Tamari Kamara just missed it. Oh man, these guys were just short.
Now Caruso, right? What Caruso at?
Now Caruso didn't make it this year. He was nowhere to be found.
Oh
Caruso.
no, he's such a great defender. Damn
Yeah, I know,
casual.
but he didn't make it this year. He didn't
No,
even make
no,
the
I'm
top
being
votes.
sarcastic. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, they be putting him on Joker and Wemby and people.
They
I'm
barely
like,
were
yeah, he
using him
does a
though.
great job. But come on, man.
Bam won the NBA Social Justice Champion Award.
Yeah, I can't wait till they trade Bam to get him to a winning
Hell no.
organization.
Stop talking about my Heat. We are a
That
winning
was a joke. That was
organization.
a joke. But hey, that was a joke.
Don't
But
start with me, man. Don't start with my Heat, man. Yeah, man.
I
Damn.
expect you
So
until you give me them courtside tickets in Miami,
The
bro.
Heat are not
I ain't
as good
messing
as
with
the
you.
Los Angeles
I
Lakers.
can't
That's all I got to
afford no
say.
courtside tickets, man. We be having Floyd Mayweather sitting courtside in Miami. I can't afford no seats on courtside. Hell no.
You know somebody
But
that knows somebody.
I can definitely afford them lower bowls, though. I can definitely afford about 20 rows up. That's where I start right there. 20 rows up.
Well, 20 is
That's some
good
good
in
seats, though.
Miami,
Those are
man.
some good seats.
That was a good seat. What you talking about, man? You still got to drop to get those seats. And y'all the only ones that when I be watching on a league pass. Man, y'all take forever to get in the stadium in Miami. What the hell is that? What's up with that?
Yeah,
Traffic.
we don't show up to no event on time. We got a bunch of Caribbean people down here.
Yeah,
Caribbean folks don't show up nowhere on time.
nowhere on
Nowhere
time.
on time. So down here it's just for one we only have one major highway that could get us to the stadium. That's another thing too. It's not like there's multiple ways to get to the stadium. It's one highway. It's really a lot of traffic. It's hard to get into the city, and they put the damn stadium directly in the middle of the city, in the like deep into the city. So it's hard. Like once you, it's not like you just gotta get off the first exit. You still gotta drive through the city, find parking. It's hard, man. It's a lot of traffic, man, down here, and people are always late, man. People are always late. Again, people go to the clubs at 12 o'clock at night down here. People get ready to go out at midnight. I remember my brother used to get ready to get dressed to go out at midnight. Like, you going out right now? Yep. He would show up to the club at 1 o'clock in the morning. Literally show up at 1 o'clock in the morning. That's when the party starts. So that, they call us fickle for it, but that's who we are, man. That's what we always been. That's us.
Yeah, it's an alienation. I was down there. I was like, damn, y'all paid $50 for parking to this. It's a different world. It's a different hustle. But yeah, Miami, Detroit, some places in New York, it's very different. And unless you talk to somebody that's been there or you did it yourself, you won't understand. You're like, nah, you lying. You're like, no, Johnny, he's telling the truth. He's telling the exact truth on it. But I'm glad you speak truth on the channel.
Well, that's what I'm here for. Like I said, I don't come here to tell people how I feel or express how I feel. That's what I started my YouTube channel to do. I had a thing called Ajani Speaks, and that was when I would tell people how I feel about what's going on in the world or what I thought about certain aspects. But I didn't do that because after a while I realized people don't really care what I got to say. Who am I to have a bunch of people see it, listen to what I got to say? So I got to be very shocking, right? I have to say some outlandish things to get people's attention. I'm not looking for attention, right? So if you're not interested in how I feel, I'm not gonna go around and just expressing how I feel just for the sake of it. But basketball was different. I was able to provide information on sense of basketball. That's why I started doing this, was to provide information that I thought nobody knew. And it come to find out that it's not that nobody didn't know this information, just that people were being bullied by Zesty Jeffries and they didn't know where to find this information. They didn't know where to come across this stuff. Because again, it was a very toxic world of basketball dudes just talking about how they feel. And when you get even LeBron fans come to you with they're telling you about how they feel. Nobody cares how y'all feel, bro. Nobody cares about how I feel, how you feel. Nobody shows up on any of these platforms to understand how you feel, bro. Unless you Zesty. And that's what the Zesties do. They look for each other to help each other, right? They look to have the same. I don't look for Ochi to think and act like Goat James Kingdom. Ochi does his own thing. I don't look for one boy to think and act like Goat James Kingdom. They do their own thing. We don't be sitting around here trying to dictate to these men how to be men. They are who they are, and we just talk basketball. That's the only thing we demand, is you talk basketball. The rest of y'all can't do it.
stealing from each other. Mike, there's no guys. They just all hate
Yeah,
on
your
each
mic is low. Your mic is real low, Ochi. We can't hear you at all. Your mic is bad.
other. Oh, for
Let
real?
me see if I
Fuck.
can.
Hold
Oh,
on.
there you go. There you
Okay,
go.
you sound better now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, and they just be stealing from each other because they don't have no original thoughts. Like, yeah, me, you, inside, New World, One Boy, Jason, we all talk basketball completely differently. Like, you think it will just say like copy paste shit? Like, I guarantee that fucking Penny Hardaway shit came from Vision's Life. Like, I just like you're not fooling nobody. Like, y'all just be saying all the same shit
Nah,
because y'all can agree that you don't like LeBron.
Herm likes to just muck it up because he basically wants all of us to be like Zesty so that we could all just be Zesty across the board. Like it's just easy for anybody to say so wow. So the difference between Herm and them is that Herm actually thinks out what he says. Herm doesn't say nothing that he doesn't think out. Herm actually thinks about what he says. So that's why when people say Herm be trolling, it's true. He really be trolling. Herm be really thinking this shit out. Herm really, he plots it out and makes sure he covers all his bases before he says whatever he says. Herm doesn't just say random shit. Trust me. Herm be calculated with his fucking trolling. Trust me. So that's all he's doing, and he knows
Go
people
to
like
his
Vision
first
say
having
wild
he
stuff.
doesn't want to talk basketball. Is that what?
Yeah, but no, he's not gonna talk basketball. Not to that degree. No. Again, he's gonna do what Dookie does. They're gonna talk, and these gobbledygook words, these fancy words, to sound like they're saying something intelligent. Like he said, what he said. He said off ball shooting techniques.
I
Off
mean,
ball.
for a troll, for a nerd, you're not supposed to get your feelings hurt as a troll. You're not supposed to crash out and be emotional as hell if you trolling. You're not a very good troller. You got to get your emotions out of it.
Yeah, man. Again, there's something wrong with y'all, man. We're real basketball fans, man. All the basketball fans see it and they gravitate to it, man. The only people y'all again, that's why y'all safe in y'all own spaces. That's why y'all safe in y'all own circles, because that's the only place where y'all can actually sound intelligent. That y'all can get these takes off without nobody challenging you. But it's over for y'all. And I think Coda snitched on them today when he admitted that we came in and we like he remember he said there was other group of guys that came. I would love to hear who these group
Yeah,
of guys are.
that was
Right? Yeah, I
hilarious.
want to know.
Like,
I
we're
want to
going
know.
nowhere.
He's like, oh, there's always a group of you guys that pop up and we get rid of y'all. Y'all come and go. I would love to know who these group of guys are. That's why I'm saying they be lying. What group of LeBron fans have not come across Goat James Kingdom? Right? So like,
Did that group of LeBron fans get on TikTok and get 80 plus viewers on their lives, 100 viewers on their lives, and turn shit up and steal all their viewers and have all their Kayshawn and the Zesties? They do that? Do they have, what they call promotion? Or were they just on there and the Zesties bullying them? They
you know
came
what?
on there, we took it over.
Yeah,
It's different.
I wouldn't even be surprised if they take some of those zesties that be on their private discords and in the comments, have some of them create other accounts and come in as LeBron fans to argue for LeBron fans to show people how they can beat LeBron fans in the debate. That wouldn't shock me if I found out that there was some zesties doing that. Just to have some, just because no LeBron fans show up, like that's like us, right? Creating a fake Zesty Jeffrey just for the sake of it because we don't have no Zesty showing up. Like I can see them doing something like that. Literally, I can see them doing
I
something like that.
absolutely would. They absolutely. That's why they have so many burner and troll accounts. And we even be
Thank
finding out
you.
who they are sometimes. And it's like,
Thank
y'all
you.
niggas just can't be
Exactly.
honest. Y'all ain't honest about nothing. You can't even be
You know,
honest to your wife in front of a judge.
Geo, you got guys like the Gi Geo, where they claim to be LeBron is their goat, but all of their logic goes against LeBron being their goat, which completely tells me that they're lying. They're just saying that to be a part of that group so that they can help the Zesties attack LeBron fans. He don't really care if LeBron's the GOAT. He really don't. He just wants to be able to come in there and be a part of the group. Again, like I said, they've been bullied. They've been bullying people all the time. They were the cool kids, but they're
Nah,
no
for
longer the
sure.
cool kids no more.
'Cause
They're no longer the cool kids no more.
y'all tried so hard to like we watched like the whole game, breaking down 2011, and he should have just shot the ball more and just but he could not talk about the game in any way, shape, or form. That shit was honestly crazy. Played the whole game
And,
for him. They're just like, you know what? I think LeBron should have brought the ball up and shot threes. It's like, oh, that's a great offense. They would have definitely won. They did that dumb shit.
this sister that's be on Prime, I don't know her name. There's something about her that I just didn't like, and I realized what it is today. It's her wig. Like she really has bad wigs. Like it's money she makes. She should have a better wig than that. Like you can clearly see it's a wig. Like it's bad, and it don't really fit her. That's why I don't like Carrie Champion. Carrie Champion be having those long silk wigs. Like, I never think that's pretty on a sister. Like, just having that straight long hair and just trying to have straight long hair. To me, it's not pretty. Just ain't. She need to change that shit. She need to be doing what Taylor Rooks does.
Iconic.
Taylor Rooks does it well. You can tell that Taylor Rooks don't have real hair, but it's at least her hair gets done right. Yeah, they're in trouble now. OKC's playing like champions. That I can say. OKC is playing like champions. Then OKC is 5-0 on the road in the playoffs. But they've only lost one game, right? They only lost game one. That was it, right? They never lost no other game. And they could have won game one. To come to think about it. Now that we think about it, they could have won game one. OKC could be up 3-0 right now. Uh-oh, not this dude. Is this guy part of the alphabet community? Jared McCain? Is he really Zesty? Or is he just a part of this generation? Does anybody know? Anybody? Anybody know?
No, no. That's a crazy thing.
No, because he's being interviewed right now. So, he had 24 points tonight, 10 of 21. How do you come off the bench and take 21 shots? It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. But yeah, we about to get up out of here though, man. So we can go join our TikTok lives and have some fun with some of this stuff that goes on TikTok, man. But again, I wanted to thank you guys for joining me here again on another Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer, man. Y'all know who I am, Ajani the Exposer. We here with a new setup, a new background. We're doing this every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel. We also do this on FYF Sports Debate. Again, ladies and gentlemen, GOAT James Kingdom is everywhere. If you guys follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Discord, Instagram, Twitter. We are the best space to talk basketball. If you like this type of content, don't be afraid to become a member of the channel where we actually have exclusive content for you guys. We're going to be dropping some new videos for y'all. We're going to be doing some more new content, just special stuff like we always do. Like tomorrow night, the FYF GJK TikTok takeover. The GJK universe is coming along. We're gonna be doing more comic strips, motion comics. We're gonna keep growing our content because again, we're just the best place to talk basketball. If you like this content, subscribe to the channel. Check us out on Sundays, noon Eastern time, on the GOAT James Kingdom platform where B. Lee and I do the GOAT James Kingdom show. Again, we are the best space to talk about the GOAT debate, to talk about basketball, to talk about LeBron, Kobe, Mike, Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem, all the legends, all the greats, all in one spot. We've been here for 4 years. We're going to continue to do what we do. And again, we keep telling y'all, man, that this is the space where Zesty Jeffries get buried. This is the Zesty Jeffries Cemetery. We have identified, marked, and cataloged all Zesty Jeffries for their final resting spot. So again, we want to thank all you guys for joining me here on another beautiful Friday night. Thanks to Womboy, Ochi, Inside the Arc, Ernest, Herm, 2 Cents, all of you guys who stepped up. Politicus Rex, thank you Rex for showing up tonight and giving us some more knowledge about the basketball historians. Shout out to all of you guys in the comments, man. Again, shout out to all the GJK members. Peace Asante, man. Have a great Friday night, and y'all have officially been exposed by the Exposer. Peace and blessings.
Jesse Jeffries living in a fantasy world, hating on the king, feeling the envy unfurled. Every time they see LeBron putting belt to ass, wishing they could just afford, but they're stuck in the past, trolling gold. James in the shadows they creep, crying in the comments while they can't get no sleep. Zesty Jeffries, trapped in that vice, hating on greatness but paying the price. Wanna celebrate but they're tangled in lies. LeBron is the truth, can't cover those skies. record broken, jealousy stings, more points, more rebounds, but what about the rings? As the Jeffries yelling, leaving their pot on the floor, but deep down they know that LeBron's done more. Figure cows just to bring someone down, wishing they could cheer for the throne that he